Monday. We're back again.
It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party! It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party! Purple potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Hey, what's up?
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture Casino, let's go. Culture Casino, let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino, Casino, Culture Casino, Casino. Culture Casino. Let's go, let's go.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Buzz, be nice to Culture. He's not a strange, silly, pity little man. No, he's a... Culture, you are highly esteemed here. I want you to know that, okay?
Oh,
you
yeah,
and your purple spuds.
I feel esteemed. Very
You
esteemed.
are. And look, MJ is, she is part of the motif. Now, MJ is purple with Zazu. That's his name, right? Zazu from Lion King?
Yeah, Zazu.
Yeah, she's mixing in with the purple potato idea, the theming here, folks. We're ready to go. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yes.
Are you having fun? It's tax season, MJ.
Oh, yeah. Having lots of fun with that.
MJ, you just got back from a very fun trip, an adventure, if you will, viewing out the savannas and the giraffes and the zebras. Tell us a little bit about it, MJ.
I could cry. It was so nice. We didn't do any parks. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, but parks are not always it, right? Just book your resort and get a really good try to get the best deal possible with your travel agent or someone that's affiliated with DVC rental points. But we had a magical stay. We stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge and we had a Savannah view, and the kids were super, super excited. They were thrilled. We ate all the things. We tried everything. We tasted everything. Not that everyone enjoyed everything, but we tried everything. Boma was a hit. Sanaa was amazing. Seeing the giraffes in the morning with my cup of coffee. Woo.
And the giraffes appreciate it as well, because every animal out there knows the best part of waking up is Joffrey's in your cup. I'll tell you another thing that'll make you happy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yay.
we've got an MVP out there having an MVP kind of day. This is the kind of Monday we can get behind. OG Dutchie for 11. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Dutchie. I turned 34 today. You're still so young. Look at that. Oh my, I'm still young. You're a spring chick, OG Dutchie. At least that's my reply. I turned 34, still alive, just with back pain and coffee to survive. Hey, don't try a day without coffee. I don't recommend that. But I'll tell you this. What are you doing, OG Dutchie? We're supposed to give to you, not the other way around. It's your birthday. We're supposed to celebrate you. I don't know what this is. Culture, is this some sort of thing that happens in Europe where we're gifted on somebody else's birthday? I don't understand.
I don't know. This is crazy. But hey, you know what? If OG Dutchie's feeling good, then hey, 10 other people can feel good too on OG Dutchie's birthday.
You know what? I feel good. I didn't get a gifted membership, but I feel good because it's OG Dutchie's birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate together.
Every time a membership is gifted, a content creator gets his wings.
Is that gendered language?
We're not at Magic Kingdom, Dad.
Hey, Ron, you want to keep celebrating OG Dutchie's birthday?
Indeed.
Let's do it. How about some more? You want some more?
Yeah.
Too bad. I can't switch over. StreamYard's got me stuck. OG Dutchie, that's all you get for today. No, I'm kidding. We'll get some more going. We'll have to get that fixed. All right. As we get Ron in here. Ron, how you been, buddy? What you been up to?
I was a little bit late because hair and makeup took longer than usual. So, yeah.
All right, Ron, then guess what? Since you're late, Ron, since you're late, I'm going to dip and hop back in, and it's up to you. Carry the show for 1 minute. You ready? What topic are you talking about? You talking hamburger wars?
Sure,
you talking about, you want hamburger wars? Have you had a big arch?
We did.
All right. Tell them about the Big Arch. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
All right. So the Big Arch lost to the Burger King Maple Bourbon Barbecue Whopper, which is hard to say. I have a hard time saying it. But yeah, it was just because barbecue. I mean, it was they have a bourbon barbecue sauce that they only use apparently for the burger. You know, obviously, fast food burgers not the best burgers in the world anyway, but that's
burger snob.
If
snob.
If you're like want to experiment, definitely try finding a Venezuelan restaurant close to you if you can find one and get a burger from there. It's so good. Really good. Yeah.
Real beef.
Yeah, it's real beef. Yeah.
All right. Now, folks, I've got control again. Get ready. You ready? Here we go. This is for Just a Dutchie.
We're playing in the green grass. Oh, tell me, how do we make it last? Under the sun, the blue stretches.
See, now we could not go a birthday without that happening. That was not going to be apropos. All right, let's see here, folks. How are we going to do this? MJ, very purple. Ron, very purple. Culture, come down with me. Is that okay? I think that looks good.
Yeah,
everybody happy now?
I'm blue.
Ba dee ba da boo, da ba dee da da. Texas 8412 for 5. God dang it, am I first or what? Well, you're pretty darn close and close to our hearts. And Butterbiscuit 92, member for 24 months. Oh my gosh, is this another birthday? This is another membership birthday. 2 years old, Culture. Can you believe that?
Yay.
My, how time passes by.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey, I remember the
sands of time.
I remember the first Butterbiscuits short video.
Oh,
You know.
they're copying from the show last week. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
That's right.
That's a good
Now
one.
I'm in the mood for buttered biscuits.
So we have to explain this. MJ, explain the context of this super chat for those who don't understand.
Okay, so there was a very comedic. He's African gentleman from Africa. I actually love him because he won on America's Got Talent, and I was so happy about that. And then he's up and coming, and he was on TikTok. Not that I have TikTok, but I saw it, and he was translating. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, everyone. Please, I'm not perfect. So that part of the Lion King, when it opens, you know, the movie, the original animation, 1994, really means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
Oh my God. OMG.
And trust me, we were doing that all weekend at Animal Kingdom Lodge Resort. Me and the kids were just like, oh, there's a lion. Oh my God.
MJ, is that true or are you lying?
We're going to have to look this up. We got to find out if the whole world's lying to us. Okay, folks, there's so many birthdays out there. Butterbiscuit, it's your 2-year membership birthday. We're playing it. We're doing a birthday celebration right now.
Make a wish. Blow out your candles.
Happy
Uh-oh, he disappeared.
StreamYard. Happy birthday, one and all. May you have a T-Rex and an astronaut suit one day wherever you are. All right, let's get ready. Let's get started. We got news on the way, folks, and we're happy to bring it your way. That's what we do around here, where all the news should be fun. We got about 200 of you across the Tickety Talks, which MJ knows, the Instagrammies, which is where Ron lives, and the Blue Skies, which is where Culture Casino finds Mr. Bluebird all the time. No? You're not a Blue Sky? You're on Threads now?
No, I'm on X. I don't go to any of the alternate platforms that are dying.
All right,
Come on.
pause for a second. I got to go on my own little tangent before we hit the first news, Culture.
Okay.
Permission for tangent.
You're more than welcome to, sir.
Culture, we pay a ridiculous amount of money to have the highest end video generation Sora stuff from OpenAI, right?
It's cool.
Okay, we pay a boatload of money for that so that we can do all of our special clips for our members, which, by the way, we're going to be making more of those very soon. We pay a lot. Grok, Super Grok, which we have, but we don't pay a lot for, has just eclipsed has just soared past Sora and OpenAI in a way that is remarkable, culture. And I don't know why we're going to pay any more for Sora. I don't think we are.
Well, I mean, you're going to lose some assets if you don't, some history stuff or whatever.
We'll pay the lowest level or whatever.
Grok is going to be kind of the future, and
I
that's
think it is.
Yeah, I think everything that Elon's building right now is the future, and I think we're just all going to have to catch up.
Yeah. Hey, culture, there's a clip here. Somebody has loaded it in. I did not. It looks like it matches what you just said and what we're talking about, Elon. And my index finger wants to click it and find out. Shall we?
See. Yeah, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's behind the door? What is this clip about? And does it match up with us talking about Grok and Elon Musk? I don't know.
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I won't let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
That did not match at all, culture.
No. But you know what? Like I said, if you see an offering going up for, and I'm not giving financial advice, but if you see SpaceX go public, which is now combined with all of the other elements, I think you'd be silly not to like look at that as an opportunity to own a piece of something that's going to be the entire future, from space to robots to AI, all combined in one amazing thing.
I think you just might be right. Folks, let's dive in. We got so much news we can't even begin to cover it all, but Pixar renaming what we would call woke. They've changed the name, culture. Ron, MJ, they're not calling it woke anymore because they got to get rid of it. And you can't say that we dropped woke, so they just reclassified.
Is it a bridge?
Maybe too far. All right, folks, we have a reclassification of what a woke movie is and what it's called, and Pixar is doing that because they got to drop the woke, but they can't say they're dropping the woke, so they're going to drop something else instead. Geeks and Gamers has this one by Alex Gurzo the Great. Pete Docter. He's not a doctor, folks. He's a doctor. Pete Docter from Pixar. Pixar in a ditch socio-political messaging from films that appeal to everybody. But get ready, because those who love this sort of stuff, they are not happy with what Pete Docter said and the way he said it, but they had to say it this way, and we'll explain why in just a second. Pete Docter, the chief creative officer of Pixar, says the animation studio will stop putting socio-political messaging in its movies and instead make sure the films appeal to everybody. Speaking to the prestigious Wall Street Journal via comicbookmovie.com and World of Real, because Wall Street Journal is behind a paywall, but these are not. Docter discussed what Pixar's movie-making strategy will be going forward. He told the Journal that his job is to make sure the films appeal to everybody. He further suggested that Pixar is going to just crank crap out. What? Oh my gosh. Is that what we're calling what we said was crap too? Look out, ladies and gentlemen. It's hit the fan. Pixar's admitting what they've been putting out. We told you this, but we were shunned. We were scoffed at. You can't say that it's crap. You can't say that about Pixar movies. You guys just don't like stuff. And now they're saying it. If Pixar is going to just crank crap out, let's shut the doors. Now, he would not say this unless they know they cranked crap out. They wouldn't. That's not on the table unless they're admitting that, yes, we did. He says because he would rather the studio die trying to make something that we genuinely believe in. But again, this is not how bad it got in terms of the way that he put this out there. Are you ready for this? Comicbookmovie.com believes this indicates Docter's desire to return to the concepts and stories that made Pixar such a massive success in the first place, to pull back on diversifying its projects going forward. But look down here in this next article, or this next paragraph. This overlooks another part of the article as related by World of Real. Last year's Elio was reconstructed during development. The original director replaced and plot elements such as making the 11-year-old protagonist Alphabet. You all know what that means, right? Alphabet. The Wall Street Journal article cites sources who clarify that it went beyond just quote coding, unquote. When Elio was presented as a little boy of a certain persuasion already, even though he's just a little boy, who fantasized about having a child with his male crush. All the participants in a test screening said they would not watch the movie in theaters, causing Doctor and the rest of Pixar bosses to watch the cut and ask for much of that content to be removed. Now, what this reveals to me is that Pete Docter does not have control of his studio. I also don't believe for a second that test screenings were what caused them to say, "Uh-oh." I think that's an excuse. And the reason for that is because who is most likely to have been the folks that were in the test screenings? Culture, who would you say were most likely in the test screenings?
Those are almost always with Disney friends and family.
What's the typical political persuasion of people in California Disney?
Well, specifically, they have a D next to their name.
Yeah. So the chances that this happened in test screenings, exceedingly low. I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. What I think really happened is I think the edict went out after Strange World, after Lightyear, and I think they found out we're not going to be able to do this. All right, let's get to the offensive part to the folks out there who wanted Pixar and still want it to be a political, socio-political device to indoctrinate kids. And that's what they want to do. They want to indoctrinate kids. Really do. Here's the paragraph that gets to it. Doctor defended the decision to remove the controversial components of Elio, telling the Journal, "We're making a movie, not hundreds of millions of dollars of therapy." This is how they're reclassifying it. They're not making therapy movies. What is a therapy movie? Folks, the language here matters. What is a therapy movie? A therapy movie is a woke movie. They've just renamed it so they can scrap it and not make any more of them. But woke is broke at Pixar. Now, do I think it's gone forever? No. Do I think it's dead? No. Do I think it'll rear its ugly head back up again? You bet. Just like Marxism always does. But what they're doing right now is they're renaming what woke is so that they can drop it and they don't have to admit, yep, that didn't work. And the guys who told us the whole way, don't put this in kids' content, they were right the whole way. They can't say that. So, and where does the answer come from? Well, it didn't come from the Pro Channel, even though the CFO was following Jonas, right? It doesn't come from the Pro Channel, doesn't come from Valiant Renegade, doesn't come from Culture Casino, doesn't come from Ron, doesn't come from MJ, doesn't come from Flash, doesn't come from Midnight's Edge, doesn't come from Geeks and Gamers. No. It came from internal screenings, because we at Disney, we have sensibilities. We understand America's middle-class families across Iowa, Nebraska, and the fruited plains of YouTube. MJ, they're done with it.
Try not to laugh at everything you do.
I appreciate that, MJ.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
MJ, I laugh at everything that Pixar did for about 5-6 years. What about you? Are you happy that they've dropped the stuff from kids' content simply for the fact that you don't have to take your kids now and on the way to McDonald's to get the Happy Meal and the Big Arch? Whatever. Everybody loves a Big Arch, even the CEO, even if you can't bite the thing. MJ, you don't have to explain to the kids now what the heck they just saw in the film. Then maybe parents are okay with it. But they wanted to talk about that topic with the kids, not have it presented in a theater where they were like, oh, we're going to talk about that now.
Exactly. I actually had a conversation with a cast member because they were trying to tell us, oh, you could go watch Hoppers, because you guys all know when you're in the Disney bubble, you can see films that are, out. And the cast member was very nice, but I was like, no, mom and dad are going to watch it first, and then we might let the kids watch it. It's Pixar. We got to check it out first. It's the truth, though. It's not safe to let your kids watch a Pixar film. Hey, look, I love the last of their Pixar films. Huge fan. But with those other ones, Lightyear and A Strange World, that was beyond strange. That thing was just weird.
Weird.
Not
okay. You have to think about what that does instantaneously to the box office. If parents immediately think that, well, there's this reputation has grown the last few years, and now parents find ourselves going, well, I need to screen this movie first before I can show it to my kids. However, do I really want to pay for this movie twice? Right. Do I really want to go to the movie theater for myself first, maybe myself and my wife, and then hire a babysitter to be with our children while we go screen the movie? So now that doubles the cost. So now then, okay, well, if it's good enough and it's clean enough and it's acceptable enough, then we'll go back to the movie theater and pay again to see it. That I just... when right now, I think that the last time I signed up for Disney Plus, it was like $1.99 or something per month. It's super cheap if you get it at the right time. And they're always running these different deals, and I can screen it at home and not go to the movie theater and not waste my time, not waste my money. And some people, right now I still have Disney Plus mostly because I have a channel where I have to review things more than for any other reason. So there's people that aren't in my position that are just going, you know what, I'm not even going to subscribe to Disney Plus anymore, and calling it therapy, calling it woke, calling it whatever doesn't change what it is. I just watched your review, Pro, of with you and Fake Wizard of Hoppers.
Ooh, Wizard did not like it.
That's what I picked up on, and I picked up on there's some cultural messaging in there about the way society should be run. Similar to messaging from, I want to say it was the last Ant-Man movie where they talked about ants and, a certain way their society was run. They didn't say the word Marxism, but I'm pretty sure that that's part of it. And it's not something that I really want to try and indoctrinate my children with. I just really want to go to the movies and maybe see a kid playing with some toys that think that they're going to be rejected as the kid gets older. That's a more simple story.
It was a simpler time back then. Culture, here's what's going on. So we've got two different narratives happening at the same time. One of them says Pixar screwed up. They know they screwed up and they're going to fix it. The other narrative that we're supposed to believe is that Pixar is doing great, they're groovy, they're grand, and Hoppers is doing just as well as it possibly can. Now, hold on one second, Culture. I'm going to let you off the races in just 30 seconds. I know I go long sometimes, but here, long-winded am I. Global box office. Hoppers has earned $46 million on its domestic opening weekend, the biggest debut for an original animated film in 9 years since Coco. Now, ignore for a moment Mario. I know some people out there are like, well, it's not original. It is original. I'm sorry, but there had not been an animated Mario movie ever before. Just because it's based on something people know doesn't mean it's not original. It's original to the theatrical. And by the way, every film you see is basically based on something. So I don't know what this is all about. But anyway, we got to have this narrative. So it's the highest debut for an animated original according to the rules they've set forth. Culture. The problem is it had 4 days, as you noted on your channel. I think before anybody else, it had 4 days instead of 3. When you compare it 4 days to 4 days, it's the second worst box office debut by a Pixar movie adjusted for inflation because we want to know how many tickets actually got sold. It's the second worst ever, Culture, and that's why they got to get this other narrative out, because they're pretending here, but the other one about we're dropping the woke stuff, that's real.
Yeah, I think I was most disturbed by how every single one of these promotional statements that are made by all these shill sites were carefully structured and worded in a way that they could lift up this film without pointing out that, well, what we're not saying is not really honest or straightforward. We're obfuscating the truth here. And Coco was an enormous hit. And the reason that they say this decade is because they only want you to count the last 5 years. And the last 5 years, Disney, as far as Pixar goes, has
hold
released...
the Culture. Hold just a second, because I do need to interrupt you. And the reason is because you said something really intelligent that I had not even connected that yet. Yeah. Folks, here's how they play the game. When they say decade, they don't mean the last 10 years. They mean the decade in which we exist, which only counts 5 years, but sounds like way more. Keep going, Culture. I just love the semantics that they do.
Well, and again, it's weasel words and opportunities to obfuscate as much as possible. So let's take a look at the recent fair. Inside Out 2, it had a LGBTQIA thing removed from it.
Right. They scrubbed that as hard as they could.
Yeah. Then Elemental was a trash fire. Can't really point to that, although they do in a lot of these promotions. Light Beer was terrible, not well received. Turning Red, they didn't even feel comfortable putting it in theaters.
They yanked it and blamed it on the pandemic while Spider-Man No Way Home was making $1 billion, $2 billion, however much it did. Yeah.
And then before that, you had Luca, which I don't think made it to theaters, at least not for very long. And then, of course, Soul, which didn't go to theaters at all. It was a Disney minus release. Mm-hmm. So when you think about everything that's shown up recently, none of those things were appealing. They're not stuck in your head. They're like the Disney version of Wish, which I don't think anybody even remembers was a film that Disney released for its 100-year celebration. So the more I look at it, the more I'm like, you guys still aren't learning the lesson. Because I'm telling you right now, Hoppers is a therapy movie. No matter what you want to look at it as, and despite the fact that I enjoyed the bad guy as Gavin Newsom, I thought that was a lot of fun. I didn't enjoy all the ham-fisted messaging. Like we look, the better version of this is what James Cameron's been doing for 1.5 decades with Avatar. And the joke in the film, it was so self-aware trying to say it wasn't Avatar, because it literally is. It's just Avatar with animals. And I like you said, I was well removed from the idea that this was going to be a good film, despite the fact there were people in my audience who went and enjoyed themselves. And if you saw this and you loved it, that's awesome.
It's a glorified Disney Plus show.
It is.
It is Pandora with an environmental message. It's Avatar meets Fern Gully,
and Over the Hedge.
Okay.
Over the Hedge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just okay.
Yeah, and so it's like every time I recall this, I'm like, you guys don't get it. It's not just the stuff that families object to there. It's the whole narrative that you've been pushing for 50 years that has to be reset every 10 years because people just flat out point to all the evidence that you lied for the last decade about the second ice age. You lied, about the oceans rising, so there would be no beachfront property. People are hip to this now. This has been a lie they've been told forever, and these types of movies don't help.
Let me toss something at you, Culture, and to the rest of the panel. Anybody who wants to have a swing at this. I've got a thesis on what's really going on at Pixar. Okay, now Pixar kicked out John Lasseter during the Me Too movement. And they kicked John Lasseter out, not because he did the hanky-panky with anybody, okay? There was no patty caking. Roger, we're talking about you. Hey, Ron, can you do a quick Roger for me? I just said patty cake. Give me a Roger Rabbit.
Patty cake, patty cake, patty cake.
Oh, my God.
Give me
a... Please.
Folks, the hidden talents of Ron Bradley. All right, so no patty cake at Pixar, all right? It wasn't happening. What did John Lasseter do? He wore 2 garish Hawaiian shirts. And he hugged too much. No, literally. He gave sideways hugs too much. And they got him out of there. Why? Because Jennifer Lee and the rest of her group that wanted power found a way to get rid of him. And they said, we don't accept Danny Tanners around here. Get your hugs and hit the road. And so he did. And he's over at Skydance now. Now, here's the problem. John Lasseter was Michael Jordan of storytelling. All right? There is nobody else who's going to replace him. He's gone. And what Pixar is today, panel, I believe it. You tell me if I'm wrong about this. I'll accept it. What Pixar is today is 1999 Chicago Bulls.
Right? Didn't Jennifer Lee come up with a character that loves warm hugs?
She did.
But she's the hypocrite.
Well, he's a snowman in name only, okay? He's completely unthreatening for reasons we won't get into. But here's the deal, folks. There is no Michael Jordan to save the day. No. And so what Pixar is being asked to do by Disney when they create these original IPs, they're being asked to make something that they're not capable of. The 1999 Bulls can't win the championship, Culture. They want to. Yeah. They can't.
Okay. It's weird. Nowhere did this hurt Disney more than the overall creative roles that he fulfilled for such a long period of time. He was kind of like the Walt. He could get up in front of the room and tell the entire story with aids from the storyboards and everything else, and break it down and break down the sentiment and the feeling that the audience should have as they're watching this, and what the scene should look like. So everybody whether it's an animator or a producer or director can understand where this story is supposed to be going. And again, the minute he was removed from that role that they want to pretend never existed before, prior to this Dana Walden baloney sausage. Anyway, he was essentially the chief creative officer for the company back then. He was directing Imagineering. He was directing both Disney Animation Studios and Pixar. He was picking and choosing the projects, so they had nothing but winners. and whether that was in the theme parks or in the theaters, you don't get that guy very often. And maybe he liked a little bit more wine than most people, right? But at the same time, he was the only one that gives you things like cocoa, and that's the other ugly elephant in the room.
If he's worth $100 billion, which he might have been, put somebody beside him to say, "Hey, don't hug," or "Hey, put the glass down." Like, you give the man a handler if he's worth $100 billion.
Pro, there's a reason that doesn't happen in today's workplace, and this is in general. It's in today's workplace across the board, and I especially saw it at Walt Disney World, but the Disney company in general, and that is that you have people that were raised differently. They talk about Gen X, right? We were raised in a very different way, and we were basically, what was it? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the way I was raised, right?
Yeah.
That phrase, right? And so, but now you have a whole bunch of there's an up and coming generation of people that were coddled. And I see it like more and more and more and more as the younger people get into the workforce. They're like, oh, no. They're afraid of literally everything. They don't want to be touched. They don't want to be. That's just, you can glance at a person in a way, and you can be glancing past that person. Okay. And they look at you and they're like, why are you looking at me that way? And it's like, no, I glance past you. When you have this type of a massive number of these people in the workforce, then you have people that are all the time distracted from doing the job they're supposed to do. If you are more focused on how your coworker may or may not feel about you, or what your coworker does or does not do to you, then you are not going to be focused on your job. If you are focused on creating, or whatever your job is, if you are focused on guest service, if you're working in a theme park, whatever your job is, if you're focused on doing the job, your coworker doesn't matter. It would take a lot for them to bother you. And then if they did, back when I first entered the workforce, you'd talk to your coworker about it, and you get things right between them before you would ever go up the ladder to your boss. And nowadays, you're actually taught, no, you cannot talk to your coworker, because that, we don't want to do that. So now you get HR departments involved and everything else, and nothing is actually exchanged correctly. And there's just nobody is truly focused on doing their freaking job. And that is what I get upset about. So of course, when you have that going on, then you have all of that ideology, that fear that, oh my gosh, somebody's not going to accept me because I am whatever weird thing we have. I can do Roger Rabbit. That's a weird thing. People aren't going to be accepted for whatever. Like, it's so ridiculous. And I'm fed up by it, because it's pervasive across our culture, and I really, really wish it would stop.
Right. It empowers the manipulators to rise to the top. Ron, there's only way to finish this kind of a conversation. Could you, in the voice of Roger Rabbit, say, "Hey, Eddie, Pixar got the dip"?
Hey, Eddie, Pixar got the dip.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand?
All right, folks, now that's how you start a show. Are you having fun out there? Are you happy that you've joined us today? This is an extravaganza.
Better than a park day, I tell you what. Best ride. The best ride right here.
Yeah, dang it, better than a park day, I tell you what. Hey, MJ, is Zazu, is he approving of what we're doing?
Yeah, he's the king. He's the king's major domo. He's
what kind of bird is Zazu? Does anybody know what kind of bird he is?
I don't know.
Anybody? Look that up. Let's find out what kind of bird Zazu is. Because, Mr. Bluebird is not on MJ's shoulder. That's a different kind of bird. That's a Zazu bird. We'll find out, folks.
We
All right,
should
let's
make
get
a bluebird, right, and sell it and have it as a plushie with a magnet that you could put on your shoulder. Let's do that. Can we do
Let's do that. Mr. Bluebird. Ken Reichardt's for two. Poor Pixar. Ron, one more time in the voice of Roger Rabbit. We won't make you do it anymore, but last sentence there from Ken Reichhardt. How would you say it? It's Roger.
Poor Pixar. Maybe they just need a big hug.
I love that movie, and the fact that you sound just like him is killing me.
And Destiny Captain 247 for 199 Pro is their way to message you about your recent trip, or about a recent trip. Destiny Captain, send the email over to the email address that I gave you. And by the way, we've got an announcement coming out this week. We've got somebody who's just joined us who's going to be handling the communications for things. And we're very excited about that announcement coming out, I believe, Thursday. So hang tight. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking out there. I see that we are almost at 30,000 subscribers on this channel. Wowza. And that means when we hit the 30K, it's time for a celebration. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so, because we got some sprucing up to do around here. Once we hit that 30K, we've got a whole lot of stuff we're going to do to celebrate, and we can't wait to get to it. All right, there's another group out there that's celebrating. It's Epic Universe, Universal Studios. And why? Well, this time here on TPP, we're about to talk about the box office, if you can believe it. And, well, the reason is going to be obvious once we're there. Get ready, because Epic Universe selling out everywhere. Not because of the park this time, but because of something that's about to be parked on silver screens. They are getting very excited at Epic Universe and Universal Studios. And why? Because of what's coming to the silver screen. From Marvin Montanaro on thatparkplace.com. Folks, if you're not yet bookmarked, well, you should be. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is now tracking for more than $145 million. A debut as Box Office Eye's massive opening. This number's going to get better in just a second. Let's read into it, and I'll explain why. And then we'll explain why this is such a big deal for everything Epic Universe. Early box office tracking indicates that the Super Mario Galaxy movie could be headed for one of the biggest box office openings of 2026, maybe the biggest. According to industry projections cited by Box Office Pro, the upcoming animated sequel is currently tracking for a $145 million to $160 million opening weekend at the North American, US and Canada only box office, with estimates rising to 160 to 175 over the 5-day launch window. If those numbers hold, the sequel could rival and potentially surpass the opening weekend performance of its predecessor, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which debuted at 146.4 domestically when it arrived in theaters in 2023. The film is scheduled to hit theaters on April Fool's Day, but this will be no foolish day for Nintendo nor for Universal, positioning it as one of the most anticipated theatrical releases of the year. Boys and girls, that number looks real good, doesn't it? That number looks like hoppers should be embarrassed, and it should be, and they are. They just don't want to admit it. But I'll tell you another number that's really important as well, and that's the global. We don't have the global projections yet, but I dare bet you that it's at least going to match the domestic, because Mario is popular like almost no other property internationally.
Are you telling me that the 175 million is just the domestic?
Yes.
Just the domestic.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
They should just stream Hoppers, put it on Disney Plus already.
Oh my
Save yourselves the embarrassment.
Now, mind you, this is a long release. This is technically a 5-day release because it's got a long weekend. So if you're just looking at the weekend range, it's going to be a minimum of 145 to 160. So on the 5-day range, you're looking at 160 to 175.
I think it's silly to do a weekend, the holiday thing here, because they're calling April Fool's a holiday weekend.
A holiday.
It's like, we're not. I'm sorry. That doesn't have any impact on the movies whatsoever. Okay, so here's the deal. So you got this happening. We're looking at potentially a $300 million plus 3-day globally.
Yeah.
That's bonkers. We're looking at a movie here that could make $1.5 billion easy and keep going, depending on the quality, okay? We here on this channel, I don't know if everybody on the panel knows it, I know who the secret character is that's going to show up. And they have done a great job of not spoiling that yet. So kudos to them. That's going to make the box office go even higher, I bet. And it's time to capitalize. It's time to capitalize. Everybody who's a partner of Nintendo wants in on this, including Epic Universe. Limited time Yoshi meet and greet coming to Universal's Epic Universe, because everybody wants to go to Mario World now with this movie coming out. And boys and girls, I'm here to tell you, Epic Universe, as of right now, is just about sold out. Not for the day that Mario comes out. Not for the weekend that Mario comes out. Not for the Yoshi meet and greets. For spring. Like, that's where we are right now. Epic Universe is essentially at capacity for an entire season. Now, we can try to pull that up later. Ron, do you want to get that for me and maybe share your screen? See if you can pull up the Epic Universe tickets page, if you wouldn't mind. MJ, this is huge, and it really puts in comparison, like, there is no parks presence for Hoppers.
Not at all.
And Hoppers has 3 weeks, and then it's gone because Mario's going to wipe it out. This is what excitement and enthusiasm looks like. This is what a super popular brand is. Probably heading for $1.5 billion at the box office, MJ.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on how excited people are to go to this movie.
Excited. We're excited. And remember, I have a very big family, boys and girls. This movie speaks to everyone, all ages, boys and girls, adults, grandparents, everybody. Mario's been with us for a very long time. I grew up playing Mario, and on Nintendo was just part of my childhood. But this movie, these characters are globally praised. Everyone's looking forward to the film and the merch. Watch the sales for the merchandise. There were 0 Hoppers merchandise when we were at the Disney World Resort. The only thing they did was talk about it. Maybe a poster. That just goes to show you that they probably have very little faith in their own product with all the other failures they had with the other Pixar films. But we're excited for Mario. I know a lot of people in our community are excited for Mario. And I feel like I said, it's for all ages, and everyone's going to really enjoy it. And this is where I hope they put it in IMAX, because this is not a movie that you can go all out. You will plan it as a family, go have your popcorn, or do the dinner service where they bring your meal to the dining. I forget what that's called at the theater, but you can dine and eat at some theaters. I think people are going to make this an event. Like, hey, this Saturday we're going to do this and make a reservation, get your tickets ahead of time. It's a big deal. And I hope
folks, if you know what language this is, let me know. I'm pulling this up for a reason, because internationally, this is going to rock. These are TV spots internationally that are playing now. What they're doing, the fact that there's nothing offensive, parents don't have to worry. There's not a single parent on the planet worried, oh, what's Mario going to say that's going to teach my kid about, what happens behind closed doors? No, this is just fun. It's just happy and fun. And the idea of having Bowser be shrunk down for a portion of the film, speaking, with the helium sound, Alvin and the Chipmunk sound for Jack Black. Please give us Peaches. I want a new Peaches version. But this part that in the trailer where he runs from Mario and bites Mario and Yoshi eats him, and this is it's just so genius. I mean, like this. The animation is just so good. Yeah. And it's going to make so much money because it's doing what we used to do, which is make families laugh.
Have fun.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
Nothing dangerous, nothing risky.
Exactly.
Culture. This is what people want. And this is why Disney as an entire company has to worry about the downfall of Pixar, because this is going to drive Epic Universe, as we said, to sold out capacity for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, and this is funny because this story just puts a smile on my face for the whole time. Because first of all, I'm recalling the previous film, and I'm also thinking about just how embarrassing this is going to be for Pixar, because they tried to build up Hopper's global audience of 88 million as something. This thing domestically will kick the shreds out of it. And then it'll go on to have incredibly long legs internationally. The Japanese don't even get it until like the 26th of April or 24th of April or something. I mean, all the markets it's going to open in are going to be the same markets where Hoppers opened up. And I'm going to look at those and just I feel pity for Pete Docter, because I feel like he's not really gotten a fair shake. He still has a lot of embedded crazy people at Pixar that he has to work with. But at the same time, Illumination wasn't without its crazies, and yet the last film was brilliant. This one looks great, and we're going to get all kinds of stuff we didn't expect in this film. And it's just a reflection on my growth and my years through playing games. A Galaxy movie makes sense. If you started with, let's say, a Nintendo 64, the first generation, you got a straightforward Mario world. Then you got, Super Mario Galaxies. And then you got, and then the every iteration of the games that came afterwards were just a giant improvement in building upon, that world. Well, that's what the theme park's doing. Their expansion, I think they have did they have the pad poured yet? But if not, I can't imagine it won't be far away from now, because they're going to have to grow that space. It's not going to hold all the stuff they're going to be able to show off. And again, they know what they have, and I think Disney does too. And I think Disney really needs to work harder on developing original ideas, because a lot of their stuff is stagnant. This isn't stagnant. This is going to feel brand new.
Now, Ron, you've got the image here of Epic Universe availability. Let me bring this up from your computer real quick. Folks, take a look at this. Here's Epic Universe availability. Okay, this is from the Epic Universe website, universalorlando.com. Just so you can see what's going on, what popularity looks like based on what's happening with Mario and the excitement. This is March 2026, okay? Sold out for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Mm-hmm. We do have some availability around MegaCon, at least after MegaCon. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th is open. 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. So out of all of March, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days are available. Mm-hmm. And if we go to April, you can see that for April right now, all the way through the 10th is completely sold out. Mm-hmm. Wow. So that's what we're looking at, folks. If you're wanting to go to Epic, you're going to have to reserve for late April and May, and not all those days are available either.
Right.
That's where we are right now with how popular this IP is and what it's doing to the parks in which it is used and utilized. And that's why Disney, if they want to survive against Universal Studios, I mean it, they need more IPs to hit. They need it. And I'm sorry, but if you've got Lilo and Stitch out there rocking, which it did last year, and you don't have a Lilo and Stitch attraction, that's a problem. And if Moana 2 comes out and does okay, and the live action maybe also, and the best you have is a little splash pad in Epcot, a glorified splash pad, that's a problem. So there's a synergy that Universal is enjoying, and Disney needs to get on it fast. MJ, I'll give you the final word on all this.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Disney really needs to figure it out, because they could be really like ranking up the cranking the bank up, but they're not. People are like myself are probably enjoying the resorts, the ones that are still themed well, than the parks and the movies, because of all the nonsense. But it's a safe film to watch. It's going to be perfect for everybody. It speaks to all ages. Everyone can have a grand old time, and it's very nostalgic, because I remember back in the days pre-COVID, you could actually have a day out with the family, have a nice dinner, go see a movie, and make it a thing. Like, it needs to be a thing again, because it wasn't a thing for a long time post-pandemic. And we really want these kind of movies so that we can enjoy our families and feel safe, letting our kids watch a good movie that is not going to have any weird stuff.
Absolutely. Ron, I said MJ would get the final word, but I think you've got something we need to hear as well. Go for it.
Yeah, so I want to just add this. Hoppers is, even if you did go see it, you don't need to see that on a big screen. Yeah, when my family and when I took my family to the Super Mario Brothers movie a few years ago, we went to a 4DX cinema. We paid premium price. We got an amazing experience. 4DX is 3D IMAX. The seats are moving. You're on, when you were on Mario Kart, I mean, you're moving, you're shaking, you're feeling it. It was, what an amazing experience. It was worth paying that money for that experience. And that's what's going to happen with this movie. That's why the box office is going to soar. And people will want, kids are going to be like, oh my God, again. It's like going on a ride. The kids, when they see a movie like this, it's like going on a ride that they loved, and they want to see it again and again. Yeah. They're going to beg their parents to take them more than once, 2, 3, 4 times. And then when you synergize that with the parks, when you have a Super Nintendo World, when you have the opportunity to meet Yoshi, and I don't know if you remember this, Brie Larson's playing one of the characters in this movie. She was actually at the opening of Epic Universe. Probably that's why, because her character is involved. And I just think that this is incredibly it's synergistic. It works on so many levels, and it hits every generation. Mario has been beloved since 1980. This is huge. Unless Disney does anything like this, they don't stand a chance.
Right.
And here's the great thing about it, folks, and here's how you can know when we're talking about hoppers that we're the ones telling the truth, and the legacy going extinct dinosaur media is not. It takes no effort for us to just talk about this. It's easy. We don't have to play semantic games. We don't have to pretend a decade, means something else other than a decade. We don't have to use, forget about inflation and compare it to movies from the 1990s, when tickets cost 10%. We don't have to employ any of those tricks. And guess what else? You know it. You can feel it. We all know when something popular is here, and we can all sniff it out when it's something like Hoppers, where we're like, wait a minute, that beat Snow White by 5 million, and it had an extra day counted in the tally. Wait a minute. Mario is going to blow the doors off the theaters and save the cinemas for a season.
Yay.
Go, Mario, go.
Yes.
Mario number 1. Woohoo! All right. Culture, you were not smiling at the end, but I can feel the joy that's inside of you.
Oh, I am joyful. You made me a little frowny because you started talking about hoppers again. Hoppers was I'm still suffering through the mental angst of recovery for that film.
You've got BTSD.
Yes, exactly.
Beaver trauma disorder.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
I was thinking about that clip.
I was waiting, working it in, baby. OG Dachi for 6. Who doesn't love Mario and the gang? Oh, I know the answer to that. The secret villain in the movie that we're not going to talk about. That one. And ladies and gentlemen, although we are a little slow on getting towards the goal today, and we appreciate you, it's never an expectation that we'll hit it. Eric Stratton coming in as a hero. We need a hero. Eric Stratton is such a hero, dropping 10 wonderful That Park Place memberships. Thank you so much. Rocking it and helping us defeat woke right here.
I didn't kill Han Solo. Wokeness killed Han Solo.
Every time a membership is gifted, a content creator gets his wings.
Is that gendered language?
We're not at Magic Kingdom, Dad.
Stratton. Rainbow Road, baby. The first Dragon Queen member for 13 months. Bonus story. Is it legacy based? Hugs for all. The bonus story for today, folks, if we can hit that super chat goal, we'll go a little bit over. We'll go a little bit extra. And Ron, if it's okay, we might bump into your show by about 5 minutes, which is the redirect for today. But if we hit the bonus, folks, we'll do 10, 15 minutes and talk about a product that Disney has ripped off from another theme park. And you won't believe it. I mean, really and truly, you won't believe it. So hang tight. Hopefully with that goal and get that story out there. Archer Merchant for 5. It's almost like when a company is going bankruptified and the bombification is there. And seeing other companies succeed, they start to realize their hubris and failure. Pixar, I cannot overemphasize this. Pixar was on the verge of being rolled into Disney Animation and being essentially a logo, and that's it. But they were about to be consolidated together, and then they would differentiate the movies, but there would be almost no actual differentiation behind the scenes. And that is why that's the only thing that caused them to say, you know what? Maybe we will stop doing this stuff where we put content in kid stuff that people don't want. And by the way, I think it's unpopular with all parents. I don't think it's unpopular with just, the right. I think that most parents don't want to have those conversations. That's not why they're going to the theaters. They may even support that social concept, but they don't want to have that concept, or they don't have that conversation with a 4-year-old. Not preempted by a corporation. The first Dragon Queen for 5. 11. I know there are some legs that are hopping somewhere. Dragon Queen, are you talking about, has Doc Hopper gotten a hold of poor Wilton's legs? Where are those things at? Where in the world are Wilton's legs now? Boom. All right. Come on, Culture. That'd be a great show. Instead of Carmen Sandiego, we try to find Wilton's legs.
I think it'd be fun.
Using geographical tips and tools.
Culture, you're still drinking your coffee. It's early over there, isn't it?
I think it'll be fun.
What's in the cup de beverage today?
Oh, right now it's just water. The coffee's sitting on the counter. I have to
water.
I have to slow roll coffee on this diet. So
do you wake up? Do you wake up with water? Because I heard water flushes out like your kidneys and your liver really well, and then you start your other beverages, right?
Yes, yeah. So at least 16 inches of water before I get into the
Good Lord, man.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man.
Bro.
Hey, Culture.
Yes, sir.
Are you decafing now? Or are you regular?
Oh no, I'm using regular. In fact, I got Kona coffee right now. I can smell it.
I want you to get those good tannins. I want you to get those good. What do they call them? Phytonutrients. Is that what's in there?
Well, I mean, yeah, you get a lot of different benefits from coffee, but ultimately, they have to make sure it doesn't have any toxic mold in it. Coffee has a tendency to get mold, especially if you buy it pre-ground, and you can't inspect it with your own eyeballs. So I
didn't know that. I just you're telling me now for the first time.
I prefer to grind my own coffee, and so there's that. So.
You would think I'd get over these clips because I see them all the time, but it's just the timing.
The timing's perfect, yeah.
It's the placement. All right, going Shogi. Hey, going Shogi. 2 months away from your 2 years. Careful. Beaver traumatic, what do we call the SD here?
Beaver trauma syndrome.
Okay, beaver trauma stress syndrome can lead to irritable beaver syndrome, ASAP.
Oh my
so
Lord.
Be careful, Culture. You know what? You don't want a miffed beaver. You don't want an angry beaver out there. Da, 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 da.
Well, according to How I Met Your Mother, 2 beavers are better than 1.
I made no, don't go there. I'm trying to make an Angry Beavers reference for you, Culture, so that you can run with that instead.
I love Angry Beavers. You can watch them on Paramount Plus, and I tried putting them on the other day for my kids, and they looked at me like I was crazy.
Daggett and Norbit and all, come on.
They really did. They're like, Mom, this is what you watched when you were, yes, and I loved every minute of it. And they were like, all right. Yeah, we're going to put on something else. They changed it right away.
Archer Merchant for 5. Oh, they're great.
They're great.
Angry Beavers. Yeah. Archer Merchant for 5. Also, I think Disney is having its Bud Light moments. But they had a lot of money and parts, so it took longer. Also, their pride and refusal to admit they were wrong. Well, the fact that they're calling woke movies now therapy movies so that they can say we're not doing any more therapy movies and they don't have to admit they're not doing any more woke movies, but the end effect is the same. Tells you everything you need to know about the insane nature of Disney for the past decade.
Well, I think outsourcing their gay days in the theme parks also was a tell.
Yeah, probably. Just get out of the bedroom, Disney. Don't go there. It's not a good place for Mickey Mouse to be. The first Dragon Queen for 5. Someone should locate those things. That poor, unfortunate troll. I feel like that's another reference. Do you guys think that's a reference to something?
Poor, unfortunate troll.
So sad. So I'm trying to figure out how we get Legless in there, but we'll figure it out later.
Yeah,
I think Legless has to be like with a Lord of the Rings theme because of Legolas.
Yeah,
Legolas.
Maybe so.
Lorne is going to have his own land at Universal pretty soon.
I've heard.
Do you know the sad thing about this? We only have a single Wilton clip, and it doesn't work here.
Oh no!
I know. I wanted to give us something about Wilton's legs, but there's nothing in TPP for
Lieutenant Dan.
At least he'll be able to show a little leg from time to time.
You really want Wilton to show a little leg?
No. I was trying to get there.
Culture, get the coffee, man. Seriously, if this is what happens, you start dreaming about troll legs.
No. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about cooking up some high quality breakfast.
I got to get out of this.
Wait.
Return. The Dragon Queen.
Culture, I have a question about coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, are you against Keurig and Nespresso machines because of the mold issue?
I think that I would prefer to not introduce the idea that you could potentially have microplastics or anything else that could be used to seal that with.
Okay.
So I'm very careful. I think I even get a little struggly with the idea that I'm getting any kind of like heavy cream in like a plastic bottle. I like to avoid that.
See.
I avoid that at all costs. So
Okay.
yeah, paper cartons are the way I go, and I don't use half and half or anything. I use heavy cream.
Okay,
So,
good to know.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Very good.
There you go.
I'm trying to live. Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying not to die. So. Anyway.
All right. Well, in that case,
Happy news.
we'll now that we know culture is determined to live, happy to.
I want to live.
OG Dutchie for 6. Excuse me, coffee is water that has been put through the yum yum machine.
It's true.
I think that's what it.
Oh, okay. So there's this $499 coffee thing that you can get from Japan, and it's made out of a glass spiral. It looks like the device from Breaking Bad, where Benecker was brewing his coffee that he would share with Walt. And Gail Bedecker was the name of the chemist. Anyway, so I'm buying one of these machines. It looks like the greatest thing ever, and it's all glass. So I want one.
Okay.
I want one.
Christmas.
There
We'll
you
raise
go.
we'll raise the GoFundMe for Culture's Japanese coffee machine, along with the Japanese Nick. What were those pajamas he wanted from Japan Pro during the winter season when it was winter, the winter sizzle?
You talking about culture?
Yeah, he wanted those. Japanese pajamas.
He's always trying to tell us that it should be a business expense to own a samurai costume, entire thing, top to bottom, katanas and all.
No, we were
Every
talking
day.
about the undergarments.
Can I depreciate my katanas? My accountants won't let me depreciate my katanas. They're a business expense. It's like, come on, man.
They
Okay.
do have cool stuff in Japan, though.
They look. I mean, everywhere. Disney Springs is a great place to
That's
go
what
shopping.
it was. That
Yeah.
the undergarments that you wanted from Disney
Yeah.
Springs.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Name them again, Culture. What are the name of your Japanese undies you just got to have?
Okay, Uniqlo has their own branded first layers, right? So if you're trying to keep warm at the parks,
Is this the new term for undies is first layer?
well, I mean, you call it a first layer when you snowboard or when you ski.
These are undies. Don't glorify them more than they need. They're undies.
It's a first layer, and
they're
it's
Japanese whitey tighties.
And it's breathable, but it allows you to stay warmer in cooler.
I have
climate.
never thought that my nether regions need to have respiration. I don't know what you're doing down there, but I don't know what this breathable is. That is not where the oxygen happens.
You know, your skin is the largest organ in your body, and it needs to breathe.
Everything needs to breathe. Everything needs to breathe, Pro. Everything.
Listen, I've been in some places with some odors, not from me, but from others, that I disagree that everything needs to breathe. There are some things that need to be held back.
You're talking about going to a con right now. I know. That's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, or Electronics Boutique back in the early 2000s at 3 a.m. to pick up Halo. Yeah.
I can't with you guys.
Let me
I gotta
tell
be
ya.
careful when I'm drinking anything being on this show.
I'd go pick up a video game at midnight, and that crowd there, I'd say, my gosh, I mean, where? I don't even know what some of these smells are. This is the first time I'm experiencing them, and I'm going cross-eyed, stepping away.
One of the charities that I worked with regularly, they actually raised money to build portable showers that they would put on a trailer, so that we could take the portable showers to like homeless encampments and stuff.
Well, that's nice.
And so I'm thinking, you know, if you pull up with one of those trailers in front of a con, you might be able to make some money.
You'd show up at one of those midnight games releases. There'd be that one guy that you got close, and you'd say, smells a little bit like fungus growing in an ashtray in your grandmother's car. And she doesn't even smoke. Archer Mercher for 2, question, agenda or not, can they make good films? Archer, the answer to that is even a blind squirrel can find an acorn. So yes, they could stumble upon that, but regularly, no. And that's why they're going back and getting Andrew Stanton to come in and these other guys who actually can make the things, because they don't have the talent there anymore. They emptied it out.
They bring back the talent that were successful before, and
they pay twice as much to get them back.
That's how you got Moana 2. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, you got that. But Archer, let me never fear, my friend. I was able to find one or two things I could compliment Hoppers on, and as long as Disney doesn't make another one of those, I think we'll. I think the voice casting and the voice acting in that was really good. And I appreciate
just King Beaver. King Beaver was the only one. George,
there's a King Beaver.
Ron, there is a King
George.
Beaver. He rules the beavers.
Yeah,
I thought that was Bucky.
Yeah, but see, there's a council.
See, we're getting in trouble again
over the king.
We're getting in trouble. This is my escape patch now.
Oh, that's a nice clip. I like
That's
that
an awesome clip.
That was awesome.
RJ is out there. RJ says, member for 3 months. RJ, good to see you. Didn't Kermit do a skit or song about frog legs? It brings back bad memories for Kermit.
Get hungry again.
All I can see are
They're
millions
delicious.
of frogs on tiny crutches. Yeah, Doc.
They taste like chicken.
I know. I heard about that, and so does iguana apparently. But I just can't do that. I can't.
You
Do
know,
it.
I gotta say, you guys are some sick folks out there. I mean, what are you doing eating frog legs? What's wrong with you?
I love
Stop it.
frog legs.
No, stop it. Leave the frogs alone.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
I don't care if it's a Mexican frog. Leave it alone.
We used to
Drop
go
the
to
frog,
Doc,
man.
we used to go to Doc Hopper's when I was little. They were so good.
You know, last time I'm on this show. Yeah. Wilton's legs out there. Yeah, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Wilton's legs, yeah. Yeah, real high quality show you got here, bro. Yeah, keep going. Get some more legs on the screen. Hairy, weird looking, freaky legs. Wilton's legs for 5. Filling culture's dream of troll legs.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wilton's like
Yummy. The first Dragon Queen for 5. You had to open your mouth. I'm not awake enough for this.
I'm not either, and my head hurts from laughing.
We're just walking through it, folks, on our beautiful, non-trollish legs. Texas 8412 for 5. Yeah, Hopper sounds so bad it might be fun. I tell you what, let's go, Peggy. You're in the movie. And that is true. The voice of Peggy is the scientist in that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You didn't know that? You know that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
The more you know, the more you know.
Oh, we don't have the clip, do we? Dun, dun.
I usually dive deep when there's like a new really cool movie, and I'm like, okay, who's the cast? Who's doing the voices? Hoppers? I'm like, I don't even care who's doing the voices.
I actually, like I said, the voice cast was very good, and some of the music was excellent. So, and the only thing I don't like about modern Disney is they're trying to appeal to particular group of Asian folks, Asian countries specifically, and it's permanent golden hour. When it's not dark, it's just golden hour all dang day. Yeah.
By the way, Dragon Queen says for 5. 5 for what's left of my sanity.
Wow.
And look at this. I'm taking some heat out here. I'm taking some heat. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Ken Reihart says, is Pro turning into Matt Vogel? His Kermit is usually better. I was going for 1970s Jim Henson Kermit, so I'll show you the difference. You ready for this? So here's the Steve Whitmire Kermit. Steve Whitmire is like this. Hi, old Kermit the Frog here, and it's a real pleasure to be on the show. Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's very rubbery. It's kind of high. Yeah, not that kind of high though.
Well,
and here
it
didn't
have a low resonance. There was no lower.
Yeah, and here's Jim Henson from like Muppet Vision 3D. It's down here. Hi, ho, Kermit the Frog here, and welcome to Muppet Vision 3D. Yeah,
it's all down here.
So I was dropped it down.
It was so good.
And the 1970s from that film is actually a little bit more, even more nasally. Jim eased off in the later years. All right, one more. Here we go. Flying Blind for $4.99. Pro last night I proposed establishing a department of interiority, which is the female Fifi's department. And if you want to know about the male Fifi's department, Department of Exteriorities. We'll explain another time, folks. It's too deep for me. And let's just say, let all of it breathe. Let all of it breathe, unless it makes other people around you unable to breathe, in which case, plastic that up and hide it. Don't let it out. All right, folks. What culture? What do you mean? Plastic undies? You know, never mind. It depends, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get to the next story before we get in big troubles. Here we go. Universal versus Disney. You know we got to go there.
It's showtime. Straight from the heart of the park.
All right, straight from the heart of the parks, here we go to Universal versus Studios. It's fresh, it's new, and we're doing it again. Written by Rebecca Smith. It's over there on the Every Mom a Major blog, and that means it's on the top of mind of many people who are wondering, should I go to Universal Studios or should I go for Disney World in 2026? And more than any other year, this is, I think, leaning towards Universal Studios. We'll talk about it. Here's what it says, and consider this, folks, as we read it. This is coming from the normie perspective. When planning a trip to Florida, there are tons of options to choose from. Beach getaways, big cities. But for a family with kids, theme parks are often the obvious choice. I mean, what more could a kid want than a day full of fun rides, delicious food, and themed lands? Choosing which park to go to, though, can be quite the headache. Disney may seem like a given, but Florida has lots of theme parks to choose from, including Universal. With lands dedicated to Harry Potter, How to Train Your Dragon, and Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nintendo, we're calling you. Universal is not a park you'll want to miss on your trip to Florida. But that doesn't mean it's the right choice for every family. It goes in to weigh in on this. It says key takeaways. Disney World might be best for toddlers and little kids. Universal Studios may be best for older kids, tweens and teens. A Disney vacation could be slightly more expensive than Universal. And of course, how long you want to be there is what's going to matter. This is a very, very, very long article, okay? However, we are experts here on everything Disney versus Universal, and so I wanted to give our panel a chance to weigh in on what they think. Beginning with Ron this time. Ron, Disney versus Universal, with all the stuff that's down at Disney this year and all the construction that's happening and the fact that kids are going to want to go to see Mario after they go see the Mario movie, I'm thinking this might be Universal's year flat out. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to agree with the fact that, as far as vacation, like the value, bang for your buck, it's pretty easy that Universal is the better value this year. You got Epic Universe. By the way, you got Volcano Bay still up for the majority of this year. I don't think it goes down until late October, November. It'll be down for quite a long refurbishment. But I was just there. I just literally right before the show finished editing my vlog. I still have to do all this stuff to get it out on YouTube, but what a park. Holy moly mackerel. I had never been to Volcano Bay before, and it is an incredible water park. So when it comes to bang for your buck, Volcano Bay, new water park, amazing attractions there. You've got, hey, that's fine.
Ron, you took the video and we've got it over here. Yeah,
I did. And then you've got Epic Universe. You've got Super Nintendo World, Mario, meet and greet Yoshi. Who knows what? I think they have Princess Peach there. There's so much to see at Epic Universe. Then you have Universal Islands of Adventure, incredible park. Islands of Adventure is not even, oh God, this is wild to say, but even with the parts of Islands of Adventure that are closed, it's still an amazing park. And they actually have a couple of, they're not really expansion areas, but they're areas that need to be revamped over there. And two major theaters that I'm hoping that they eventually put shows back in as well. But the Harry Potter lands at all three of the Universal parks are
good Lord, man, I can't even keep up on the B-roll with you. You're bouncing around. Keep going. Okay, don't slow down for me.
The Marvel era, look, Superhero Island is better than what they've done at Avengers Campus and DCA. It's just, there's so much to see just at Universal alone. But what's really cool, what I love about Universal is that it's not in the Disney bubble, which means that you can also take your night and you can go see a Pirates Dinner Adventure on International Drive. You can take your nights and maybe you'll ride the Orlando Eye over there. There's just so there's so much. You can stay directly at Universal, but even if you're not staying directly at Universal on quote unquote Universal property, there's so many hotels on International Drive, themed hotels, the Castle Hotel, all kinds of things. And
but now, wait a minute, Ron, you're praising Universal and finish your thought, but when you finish that thought, add this to it. Is there a family out there that should choose Disney in 2026 over Universal?
No. Let me explain. Disney, first of all, so much of it is walled up right now. Literally over a tenth of Magic Kingdom, I want to say almost like probably a fifth of the park is behind a big construction wall, and you can see behind the wall. You can see the construction going on. both at Animal Kingdom and at Magic Kingdom, you can see the big giant construction machine. So you're like, why am I paying full price getting off a park and watching like Construction World? If Construction World was the themed land I wanted to go to, I would have paid for Construction Land. Maybe Bob the Builder should be there or something. I don't know, but it's annoying. But here's the major point that I wanted to make. Back in 2015, and there's a very, very famous commercial about this. There is a commercial about Disney that talks about all of these amazing perks, what you get when you stay on property, early morning hours, extra magic hours, free magic bands, free lightning lanes, all of this, Magical Express, free, you buy something in the parks, they ship it to your room. There's all kinds of perks. None of those are there. They have taken every single one of those perks away at Disney. They have decreased their value. While they have done that, they have massively increased their prices. For those perks, if you would have stayed, for example, at Coronado Springs back in 2015, it would have cost you, I don't know, $210 a night. Now the tower rooms at Coronado Springs are $500-$600 a night. They've gone way up, and they're just giving you way less value. If you stay at a Universal hotel on the high end, the deluxe Universal hotel, you get their Express Pass as a perk for staying there for free, complimentary with your stay. That's a huge value, tremendous value. So I'm going to go with it. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm going to go 2026. I got to give it to Universal.
MJ, there is the type of family that I can imagine that still needs to go to Disney, and that is if you have a child who is obsessed with seeing the castle, or if you're a family with toddlers. Because I don't know that a family with toddlers, I just don't know that they're going to find enough to do at Universal for toddlers. What say you?
Well, remember over at Universal Studios, around ET, there is that new little I forget the name of it. They have like the
DreamWorks Land.
Thank you, Ron,
DreamWorks
as
Land.
always. They have DreamWorks Land with Kung Fu Panda. They have the Trolls from the movie Trolls. It's really cute. Meet and greet with Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse. That's a big one. But here, I kind of see where Pro's coming from, and here's where I'm going to leave it. The water parks do really well, like for kids in the summer. Disney does water parks really, really well. And I feel like if you're not interested or if it's overwhelming to go to the theme parks because of all the construction walls, then just plan for a nice resort stay, go to the water parks, right? And then you could either take advantage of the complimentary kids dining plan, because kids do eat for free ages 3 to 9 over at Disney. During the summer, they have that program, Cool Kids Summer. And I was actually comparing the prices on the cabana rentals, like for Volcano Bay, they're open later, probably like between 6 and 7 p.m. Blizzard Beach is probably one of the only water parks that's going to be open during the summer over on Disney's bubble. And I think they're going to be, the cabana rentals can be expensive. They run from like $200 to $500. And I was checking at the ones at Volcano Bay, they go up to $1,800. So you really, yes.
I have a tip that was given to me by a Volcano Bay team member, a secret, if you will. It's not posted on
Go for it, Ron. Go for it.
Whoa, now wait a minute. Once this is out there, I don't know if you guys know this. Secrets will not be secret no more once they're told on this channel.
Okay, guys, ready?
I'm ready.
Anybody who's going to Volcano Bay, check with the team members. If there's available cabanas after 1:30, they discount them up to 30% off.
Bonito.
They're still really expensive, Ron, compared to the ones over at Disney.
They're like it was like $450 the other day, and it's based on the time of year. So even if, and when I was there was nobody there, but it was just like the price was based on the time of year. But yeah, so if you're going and let's say that they're not, like, you want a cabana for something and you haven't planned for anything, but you got the extra cash, and then you go check with the team member at 1:30, and hey, your party's getting antsy. They really want their own space.
So here's what I have to tell parents with littles. Okay, if you want to see characters, you don't want to see the construction walls over at the Walt Disney World parks. just book yourself some really good character dining experiences. They are so worth it. Okay. And then do the water park option, get a really good deal with the with one of your resort stays, because the pools are so much fun and the majority of them have slides, and you could save money by not going to the parks and doing it that way. But if you're really a parks person, then you would just go to the parks. But that's the advice that I have, because the little tiny toddlers, they just want to hold Mickey's hand for a few minutes, take a picture, hug Minnie, see Goofy, and you can do all of that without going into the parks. So
all right, so I got a question. We were talking about Volcano Bay quite a bit, and I'm loving this footage that Ron took.
Yeah,
Ron, I'm not a Blizzard Beach guy, but I am a Typhoon Lagoon guy.
Okay.
How does Volcano Bay compare with Typhoon Lagoon? How do those stack out, you think?
So Typhoon Lagoon's wave pool is pretty awesome because it's got that massive wave that comes along, and you can you could body surf,
you can surf it
easily. It's pretty fun. I love that. The funny, my favorite attraction at Blizzard Beach has technically nothing to do with the water, but it's the fact that they have the sky ride thing that you can ride to the top. I love that. And because it also makes it easier to get to the top. Climbing all the stairs it is hard. This lazy river, however, is the best lazy river that I have been on outside of Atlantis, which is in the Bahamas. That's probably my favorite lazy river that I've ever been on because they've got that cool cove on the inside, but this one's really nice. Plus, there's a second sort of lazy river where you're not in a like a tube thing like that or float, but you're free. But you have to have a life jacket on because it's almost
so there's two lazy rivers over at Volcano Bay, the fast one and the slow one. So if you want to take it easy and relax, do the slow one. If you want to be more adventurous, go on the fast one, and believe me, it is fast.
All right, but versus Typhoon Lagoon that we're seeing here, which one would you recommend?
Volcano Bay has definitely got it over Typhoon Lagoon. I'll be honest with you, it just does. Now the theming in Typhoon Lagoon is great, but here is where Typhoon Lagoon would have won with me a few years back, and they took it away.
Uh-oh.
Remember the shark swim?
Shark Reef.
Oh yeah, yep. They took that away.
The fact that you could actually complimentary with your admission actually swim with sharks. And people probably think I'm crazy in the chat. They're not big sharks. They weren't biting like
and the water was ice cold.
It was ice cold.
So it was great when it's 98 degrees. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and
aren't they like
cool.
were they nurse sharks? Yeah, there were nurse sharks. Okay.
And here's the
as opposed to doctor sharks, which are much more aggressive.
They didn't even keep that open for like so people could go underneath and watch. No, paved it over. It's
and put lawn chairs there. Okay, cool. So culture, I go to you for the final word on this. Disney versus Universal in 2026. We talked about theme parks. We talked about Epic, and we talked about construction at Disney. What say you, sir?
I think it doesn't matter which coast. I think this is Universal's year. I think they have more to offer. They have more new things that guests can experience. You said, of course, the greatest water park is no longer at Disney, River Country, greatest water park ever.
You missed the water slides where you fell a story and some people got injured, but it was an earlier time when lawsuits didn't exist.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, because daily you cracked your head against the cement.
There's one slide at Volcano Bay where you come out of and you like, I can't remember whether it was 6 or 10 feet, but you like fall down into the water. Like you come out of the slide and you're not hitting the water. You're actually above it. That was pretty cool. It was called the oh no.
Well, regardless, no, I think it is though. I mean, even in California, they're opening up their Fast and Furious coaster, the drift coaster, and I think that's going to appeal to a lot of people. I think and again, I grew up with my home park being Disneyland, so closest thing to that, Universal. So, I had a little bit different childhood than many of you, but I also was able to get to, Six Flags Magic Mountain and a lot of other places. And again, since, I like to be other places. I mean, even Texas, I mean, there's a lot of theme parks, but by the time I was going out to Disney World, I would say that, largely the great things were already installed. And by the time 82 rolled around and we got Epcot, which is also full of walls right now, why is it Epcot can never not have closures? I don't understand. And then, and that's the other problem. Like, Disneyland in California has 65 attractions just in Disneyland proper.
Well, Epcot has like 10. I mean,
okay, but if you add all the attractions together at Disney World, it doesn't total 65. Okay, so there's problem one.
But if we had 65 rides, then the lines would be shorter because there would be more rides, and then that would mean that Lightning Lane wouldn't be as important and people wouldn't buy it.
Well, which is why you're getting the stupid, I want to be Piston Peak Mountain or whatever.
I forgot.
It is.
This is yet again another argument why Universal is better.
So all I have to say is this particular summer, if you want to go to open things and not a closed Dinosaur or a closed Planet Watch or who knows what else, like, aren't they refurbishing Expedition Everest?
Culture. I forgot about the celebration, America's 250th birthday. They had the overlay at Epcot during the summer. I forgot to mention that earlier too. A lot of people are looking forward to seeing that. Soaring over America.
That maybe the answer then is to swing by Epcot one day on your Universal Studios vacay.
That's
fair.
True. Yeah,
Let's not forget about Legoland, Peppa Pig Land.
And SeaWorld.
SeaWorld's expert on that.
I mean, there's a lot of other, it's not just
Gatorland.
I would say skip Magic Kingdom completely. Fit in an Epcot day in your summer. And remember, May 26th to September 8th, you get a free water park admission on your day of check-in at any Disney.
So get there early.
So get there. Get there super early, and they will hold all your luggage for you at the valet, and you don't have to pay for that. And you just go enjoy your day and take one of the buses or whatever transportation you want to do, the Skyliner.
And remember, folks, when you stop by Epcot on that single day of your uni trip, tell Walt we sent you.
We'll ride the rides and see the sights, conquer lines, face our frights. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Yes, you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you.
Legend has it he'll have his own Fast Pass one day. I mean, Lightning Lane, of course. RJ in the house, dropping 5 beautiful TPP memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get some member content going soon. We're into the month of March now. We had 2 for February, but boy, we got to keep going and going. And thank you, RJ, for helping us keep going and going. Member content on the way. Thank you, RJ. And let's see. What has Jonas got in here for clips we can play? Where's a good one? RJ, would you accept Korean cheerleaders as a token of our appreciation? Would you? I hope so.
Clap it up, light it up, feel that roar. We shine brighter, we want more. Hearts in the stands, hands in the air, all for the name that we all share.
RJ, he's our man. He's our man. Don't tell Wild Bill Thompson. Wilton's legs are out there for 5. Pro unsupervised. Someone paid money for this. Thank you. And Wilton's legs, those little tiny tufts around the bottom, hiding cankles, my friend. Hiding cankles. First Dragon Queen for 5. I'm looking forward to Epic later this year. Well, congrats. Hope you have a great time. Tell us what are your favorite rides, attractions, and things to do. And I hear stopping by the Helios Hotel is the thing to do. Archer Merchant for 5. Aren't most vacation articles also saying Universal is more affordable? Or also the push that the Disney quality is being reset with cast training, etc.? Did you all know that they're retraining the cast members? Have we talked about that on one of the shows where I've not been here? MJ, did you talk about the retraining process?
We did over at the Vash Sky Parkcast channel, and it was amazing. Ron really, I think Ron was there, and he really gave us an insight of being a former cast member, and then being in the now of what's happening with cast members. And I think it's really important that they're getting that retraining, because we need to bring back the parks and the whole resort, to bring it back up to par. But I will tell you this. I stayed at the Disney Resort over the weekend, as you guys know already, and every cast member we interacted with was very nice. I have nothing bad to say about any of them. Not one
Generally-
was negative. The resorts, I know, Ron, they're usually really nice. Right, but the parks are the issue, right? Like, why can't we get a smiling face in one of the parks?
So for about 3 years, post-pandemic, cast member quality was way down. And I noticed it. It was not good. I actually had to get into a fuss, which I had never done before, but I had to get in a fuss with two different events with cast members, and it was on them, and it was them treating somebody badly. Not me, but treating somebody badly, and that's not okay. No. I don't want to see somebody put into tears, and the cast member is the one who's doing the wrong thing. I have not seen that in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, I have seen a marked improvement in cast members, and still, even in the bad times, 90% were great, but 10% can really ruin a vacation. So anyway.
Yep.
All right, let's see what else we got over here. Folks, it looks like we're going to the next news item. And boy, is this a fun one. This is one, I don't think anybody else is covering this, and I'm very excited to go there. Folks, there's something big afoot when it comes to a certain superhero franchise. And although it's being done by Disney and another company, yet again, Universal about to get the win. Ron, shall we scoop, my friend?
Let's scoop away.
There we go. One more for the top. Triple decker, just how you like it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Walt.
You enjoy it.
We will.
Folks, we had a scoop not so long ago on the Pro Channel, and it looks like that scoop is coming true. You can go look it up. You can go look at the history of the Pro Channel, and you'll find this when we first talked about it before anybody else was out there doing this. Spider-Man Brand New Day plot leak suggests that Spider-Man teams up with Jean Grey while on the run from X-Men villain. Culture, do you remember the story that we scooped and Jonas was all poo-poo about it? He said, I don't want Sadie to be the next Jean Grey. Who cares about that? She's a stranger. You remember that story?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's here. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. A new Spider-Man Brand New Day plot leak is making the rounds online, and if the rumor details are accurate, the Marvel Cinematic Universe's next Spider-Man installment could introduce mutants into the franchise in a major way. The reported story development centers on Peter Parker teaming up with a young Jean Grey while being hunted by the government organization Damage Control, or if it's in France, Damage Control. While none of the details have been confirmed by Marvel Studios or Sony, the rumors sparked significant discussions among fans about what the fourth Spider-Man film might look like following the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. According to industry scooper My Time to Shine, Sadie Sink's character, who is widely rumored to be Jean Grey from the X-Men, becomes the focal point of the film's central conflict. Here's what it says. Sadie is kidnapped by Damage Control, and they torture her, and Spider-Man saves her. And the guy from Severance with the mustache is chasing her. I hope it's not the guy from Deliverance. That's a different kind of thing that's going to happen. The reported Spider-Man Brand New Day plot leaks claims that Jean Grey is captured by the government agency Damage Control, which has already been established in the MCU as an organization tasked with handling superpowered threats. If the rumored storyline, Spider-Man ultimately rescues her from captivity, the two then spend a large portion of the film on the run together with an X-Men villain aggressively pursuing them. This would indicate that we're getting new X-Men into the MCU. Sony's part of it, blah, blah, blah. But here's the deal, guys and girls. Disney can't use X-Men in Disney World. This is going to benefit Universal Studios, and Universal is already getting benefited by the Mario movie. So if we've got Spider-Man coming out with Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, what's that do? Hey, everybody, let's go to Islands of Adventure. They got Jean Grey. They got Spider-Man. Let's go ride the rides. Let's go meet the characters. So this is great for Universal, actually. But another scoop seems to have come true, and we're getting closer and closer to this. Guys, what do you think first about the casting? Tom Holland and Sadie Sink, Spider-Man Jean Grey. And what do you think about, well, I also think this starts leading us towards the path of Tom Holland teamed up with Hugh Jackman and Spider-Man Wolverine. And what does it do for Universal that they're the ones who are sitting on these characters for theme park rights?
I mean, they also have the Hulk, which I believe the Hulk is going to be in this movie as well. I
don't know. Mark Ruffalo's acting like he's not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Hulk is plenty popular, whether or not he's in a movie or not.
I still wish, and I know they could do this. They could switch to the last moment. If the leaks are coming out that Sadie Sink is going to be the new Jean Grey, I still would love it if the last minute we found out that she wasn't Jean Grey, that she was actually Firestar, which if you ever watched the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends in the 1980s, that was that Saturday morning cartoon with Iceman, Firestar, and Peter Parker. Didn't they all like live in an apartment together? Were they like roommates or something? I can't remember, but
it was like Friends, but with superheroes.
Yeah, because they had It was back in the day where they would show like, oh, their sink is actually changing into a computer wall when it would turn around, and funny stuff like that.
Ron, when was the last time you went to Islands of Adventure and to Marvel Superhero Island?
Oh, not long ago.
Okay.
The last month or so.
Did you notice that the meet and greet for Captain America is the original one that we were talking about? I forget his name. He's based off of
Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
yeah, always.
Yeah, they brought him back, and that I thought that was great.
It has to be. I think it has to be Steve Rogers at Islands of Adventure because they can't change out which characters they use as part of the contract. But
they can have they can have Falcon, but they can't have the what they did with Anthony Mackie because that's a Disney original.
Right.
I got to ask a question before we move forward. Was damage control revealed on one of the terrible Marvel Disney minus TV shows?
No, damage control was introduced in Spider-Man Homecoming. It was an organization that was the U.S. government and Tony Stark came together. And in a
Sony film, we got damage control.
Yeah, it's really weird because they morphed into cleaning up the destruction of New York into now we're hunting superheroes. It's really weird. It's not the same.
So do you think anybody remembers any of that?
If you're not paying, like, the only reason I know right now is I've been rewatching the Infinity Saga because a lot of those movies were actually really good. I'm like, the golden age of Marvel was the Infinity Saga. It's been downhill ever since. But yeah, even the way they're using damage control, which they've used a lot of it, I believe, Ms. Marvel. I don't think people are paying attention. So it's going to be kind of a little bit strange to see them. I think they might have appeared. Did they appear in the last Spider-Man movie too? I think they might have.
I just feel like there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, what is this?
Well, I think everybody's going to be lost on Doomsday because I don't think anything in Doomsday is going to make any sense. And they're trying to bring back nostalgia. I don't think any of this makes any sense unless whatever they do with Doomsday and Secret Wars coming up, they need to kind of destroy everything that together.
Isn't Sadie Sink in Doomsday? I think she is. I think she's cast. So here's the deal. If Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, and she's introduced in the Spider-Man movie that leads into Doomsday, and if the Avengers movies are 3 films, I think that what we're going to get as part of these 3 films is that the X-Men are trying to find the other Jean Grey that exists in the multiverse, that's Sadie Sink, and keep her away from Doctor Doom. And who is it? Who finds her? Spider-Man. Now, all that is theory crafting. I think that's where they're probably going to go with it. But here's the bottom line. If they do that, even if it's not the biggest success in the world of the movies, it will be a huge driver for attendance yet again to Universal Studios in 2026. And what an amazing thing that essentially Disney buying Fox, which was to buy the X-Men, paid for what, Culture? What did that pay for?
Oh, Epic Universe. Yeah.
People don't know that. Purchasing the X-Men was what paid for Universal Studios to get Epic Universe. And now Universal Studios is still getting all the benefits of the X-Men without having to make the things. What an amazing turn of events. What an amazing turn of events.
Wow. I would agree. And the coolest part of it is Islands of Adventure. Like, if you're a little kid, you don't really know the difference between where you're seeing your character. So you don't technically know the difference between the MCU Spider-Man or the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon or whatever. You're 5, you're 6. I want to go see Spider-Man. I remember being a little kid, man. When I was a little kid, the superheroes weren't available in theme parks yet. So being able to go see Spider-Man and meet him, God, I had a friend that was actually an official Marvel Spider-Man. Like, this was a position you could get by writing Marvel. Marvel gave him the costume. He was able to go and get paid to be Spider-Man at different events. So when my oldest son, who is now in his 20s, was 5 years old, I got this friend of mine. I'm like, hey, would you mind coming to his preschool? And he showed up at my kid's pre-K class. And I'm like, hey, and of course, my son, hey, my dad is friends with Spider-Man. And I was able to bring this kid in and do a meet and greet. I mean, the kids went nuts. I mean, Spider-Man is just that character that everybody wants to meet and greet. So, yeah, Spider-Man is going to make Universal Studios more popular.
Well, thank goodness, MJ, they don't have Pokemon, because if they had Pokemon... Oh, wait a minute.
They're getting ready to do that.
Yeah.
What?
I'm so sad about that because I love the Poseidon area. You know, I grew up like going there with my dad, so it's like a little bittersweet to say goodbye. But I love Pokemon because I grew up loving Pokemon. But that whole area with the guys, help me out. What's it called again, Ron? With his hand sticking out. And,
you talking about Poseidon's Adventure?
Yeah, like that whole area there is so cute. I love it so much.
Are we gonna lose America's best theme park restaurant 8 years running?
I don't know about America's best theme park restaurant.
Mythos.
Maybe like 15 years ago, it was like everything, but now it's just average.
Culture.
Someday,
Culture. They can just rename it instead of Mythos. Keep the same menu, keep the quality, but it's Mr. Mimes.
See, someday I want to make an epic tweet that becomes a banner at Universal for a decade. That's my goal in life.
Well,
I have small goals.
They're going to have lots of fun for a decade if Disney goes with Spider-Man and Jean Grey and the other X-Men, because it's going to benefit Epic Universe even more, and Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, all of them. It's a plethora of fun over at Universal Studios Orlando. Go, and get your reservations today.
I have to ask, WDW Pro, do you know what the word plethora means?
I do know what the word plethora means, but I say it both ways for our Canadian friends who have the weird habit of calling it a plethora. All right, Eric Stratton, who always knows where his syllables go, for 100, dropping a Benjamin. But Eric's super chat is a melancholy. Right, I'm bittersweet about this because Eric says, I had to cancel my trip to MegaCon because of medical stuff.
Oh.
Eric, we are so sorry for that. We're going to try to take care of you, though, Eric. We're going to try to make this as good as we can. I plan on using the saved money to super chat like a drunken sailor. By the way, Culture, my relative, hated purple potatoes because he was a missionary in Peru for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Jeez.
Culture,
Probably
did you
had
know?
plenty.
Where did they originate from? Purple potatoes? Are they from Peru?
Yeah, they're from Peru.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
They are.
here, Adirondack blue potatoes come from where, do you think? The Adirondacks.
Oh.
You're an Adirondack.
Anyway, I'm not a chair. Anyway,
Oh,
so
sorry.
no. Let's. Yeah,
Culture,
go ahead.
you know, with Tropical America's coming up, do you think they're going to serve purple potatoes with their carne asadas?
Don't you give me a reason to go. Don't you give me a reason to go. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
That
All
would
right.
be good. Hey,
That
look,
would
I'm
be
not.
good, right?
I'm not going to make it to MegaCon as planned for two reasons. I have some family stuff I'm attending to, and I also am. I'm paying off my adventure with the EMTs and the cops still.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know, at least it will live on in infamy what you did.
Look, once we get the comic series out there, or maybe the cartoon series out there, I'm looking forward to
It's
that.
going to sell like purple potatoes.
All right, so we're going to try to make this better for you, though, Eric. Eric, what I need to know is who were you wanting to see at MegaCon?
Yeah.
I need you to let us know that, okay, Eric? Because we are saddened by this news that you were not able to make it to MegaCon. So if you will let us know, make sure we get confirmation, okay? Make sure we say a response back so that you're sure that we've seen it. But Eric, let us know, who were you wanting to see at MegaCon? We need to know that, okay? And we'll see what we can do to brighten your day. Fair enough?
You're a cool guy, pro.
Yeah,
We try.
Cool guy.
You know, I understand how Eric feels because I've been there. I've been stuck like, it's no medical stuff is no fun.
It's expensive and dumb.
Yeah, it's expensive and dumb and depressing.
Yeah, the worst part is when you've got a vacay or a trip planned, and the day before or something like that, an emergency comes up, a crisis in the family, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yep. Archer for 5. If the rumors are true, they kill off Toby and Hugh. They're not going to do that. They are going to lose the last fence they have, like the James Bond effect. I mean, they could do it, but I've already walked through in a like a 20-minute video my thoughts on this. If they go for that, they've lost their minds. And it doesn't matter if they bring them back. They've still lost their minds.
Well, it's going to lead to bad word of mouth. It's going to leak. The very moment somebody sees this at a premiere, it's going to leak.
What I say. That's what I say about those Japanese undies you keep talking about. It's going to leak.
I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to go get, I've got some hanging up in the closet.
No, Culture, you don't have to do that. We believe you. We surrender. We surrender. We surrender. From Muppet Vision.
The Muppet Vision. We surrender. We surrender. Where's my white flag?
Oh, boy. All right, going to Butter Biscuit for 2. Don't worry, Pro. I laughed at the Mr. Mimes joke. Can you imagine anybody actually going to a Mr. Mimes restaurant and it's actually a 5-star? It takes on Victoria and Albert's Mr. Mimes. That would be a heck of a restaurant. Oh, boy. All right, Eric, we're still waiting to hear from you. Eric, tell us out there if we can hear from you. And folks, you tell us if Eric says something in the chat. Don't let us miss it. All right, but let us know who you wanted to see at MegaCon, and we'll see if we can take care of you a little bit. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive in to another news item. And we did hit the goal, so this is not the final story. We did hit the goal, and we'll talk about Disney ripping off some major merch from another place. Folks, before we do so, how about we go to the question of, if you do go to Disney, if anybody goes to Disney this year, when should it be?
Ooh.
Before we do that, though, okay, got secret message from Ron behind the scenes. All right, folks, here we go.
It's showtime, straight from the heart of the park.
All right, the question is, if everything's closed at Disney World in 2026, and much of it is, when should you go? If you're planning to go to Walt Disney World, maybe you got a kid who says, I just got to see the castle. Maybe your wife says, hey, the daughter's going to go see it, so get your wallet in line. All right, what's the right time? A lot of Mickey visit. When will Disney World's new attractions open in 2026? Timeline for openings by Blake Taylor. Let's find out what they say. Disney World's new rides and attractions for 2026. So much is closed right now. Look at this. But we got stuff coming. Bluey, Star Wars, Toy Story 5, The Muppet Show, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. What? Okay. Here it is. The Disney World ride opening dates. Let's find out what we got. Space Ranger Spin is opening in... What do we got here? March. Okay, so we're there. March opening. They think actually April. So you got a month left. Okay. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. When is it opening? Well, spring 2026. They say, survey says, they're predicting May 2026. Soaring Across America. When's that going to open? They say late May 2026. Fair enough. All right. Millennium Falcon. Smuggler's Run, they say late May 2026. I'm starting to see a pattern here, boys and girls. Jesse's Roundup, May 26, 2026. I'm seeing a pattern here. Bluey, late May 2020. Oh, wait a minute. MJ, are you getting the same idea I'm getting that maybe people should stay away from Disney until June because everything's opening in June?
Yeah. It's for the Cool Kids Summer.
Cool Kids Summer.
Everything's running from May 26th till about September 8th. You got your free kids dining plan. You got the Jesse's Rodeo Roundup layover over at the Diamond Horseshoe. If I said that right, Ron, please help me.
You got it.
And then we have Communicore Hall over in Epcot with Goofy playing games with the kids. Kids get you get your water park tickets for free on day of check-in. Kids eat for free. I mean, it's just that's what they're pushing for. And then you have your America's birthday celebration during the summer too.
Okay, hold the phone, MJ. Hold the phone. All right, they used to say
hold the
that.
mic?
Hold the mic, MJ. Let's say that my family has decided they want to go.
Okay.
They want to go to Disney World, and we planned a trip for April or mid-May. All right. Mm-hmm. And let's say that I've got some sway. Let's say that I work in a career where I can move that around. Mm-hmm. Should I get away from spring and should I move my trip to summer in order to be able to ride all this stuff that's opening up the end of May? Like all of it's opening May 26th.
Yeah.
So should I move my vacay?
I would say so because you're going to save money anyway with the free water park tickets and the kids are going to eat for free. You might as well.
right?
But if they care about rides, if you have really small ones that don't care about the rides and you don't want to do the heat in the parks, I already told you guys to stick with the water parks, book your character dining at the resorts, and you're good to go. You'll have a great time. You want to ride, go on the Skyliner for free. Go take the water taxis for free. I can give you guys so many tips on how you can enjoy a Walt Disney World resort without having to go in the parks, because let's face it, the parks are all walled up, full of construction. But if you guys really want to go on these rides, that's the way to do it. You just, take advantage of all the perks that they have for the summer. Now, I spoke with a cast member this morning over the phone, and he was very, very knowledgeable. He did tell me around the middle of May, they're going to have more promotions for Georgia and Florida residents. I don't know about Canada, but I know Florida and Georgia residents are going to have more promotions starting like mid-May. They're going to toss them out there.
I always feel bad for the Alabamians. I don't know. Alabama and Mississippians. I always feel, their states touch Florida. They're part of the Panhandle. Yeah. They never get the love. It's all, actually, Mississippi doesn't touch Florida, does it? So I just feel bad for Alabama. And South Carolina is way closer than the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. So I feel sorry for my South Carolinian friends. Oh, they never get in on the deal. It's just the Georgians. Okay, but Ron, if you're stuck going to Disney in the spring when all this stuff is closed, and you're finding out that the delays have happened, it's not going to open until May 26th because there's a big push for summer. What a bummer for these families. I'm going to be a little frustrated about that.
No, I think it really depends a lot on if your whole point in going is because you really wanted to see I Am Tongi in concert. Because,
who doesn't?
Because
really?
That's, you gotta, is he the over the rainbow guy? I can't remember.
Get your Tonga toast and your Tongi, yeah.
He's not over the rainbow guy, but he did all of the new songs for the soundtrack, the live action Lilo and Stitch, and is really a great, talented artist. And I would love to go see him perform.
Or maybe Josiah Queen. That's May 17th and 18th. I don't know, but that's really all you got going on. I do love Flower and Garden because Epcot is the prettiest that it ever is during the year, during the
okay, so that's a fair point. I hadn't thought of that. If you're going in the spring, you do get that benefit of what's going on at Epcot. So that's a consolation prize.
It is. It's
but the Flower and Garden runs all the way till June.
It does,
but you have time. Yeah,
isn't like the first week of June. I don't remember.
It's over June 2nd.
Oh yeah, that's
okay. So let's consider this then. Maybe the best time to go if you're going to go to Disney in 2026, culture. Maybe the best time is May 26th, May 27th, May 28th. It'll be before many of the crowds get there. Memorial Day weekend. It could be rough.
Does anybody I don't know anymore about the May the 4th be with you day? Does that even excite anyone anymore?
Well, they don't, or they would have had the Star Wars remodel done by.
Yeah.
Something else is opening on May the 4th. I feel like it, like something non-Star Wars. I remember hearing about it. I can't remember what it is, but
all I want to say is, unfortunately, that day where everything seems to magically come together is not in line with when the cooler weather is. That's the biggest problem. If you wanted to go to Disney World and you weren't anticipating any rides, it was the beginning of the year. It would have been like January 6th, January 7th, January 8th. It would have been in there. Maybe through the 19th. Despite the fact that it was extra cold this year, all you had to do was go down to Uniqlo at Disney Springs and buy first layer, Japanese first layer, and you'd have been fine.
You know, it's funny that you're mentioning like the best time to go doesn't even exist anymore. I was at Denny's. We went to Denny's for breakfast with the family the day after on our way home, actually. And I spoke to the nicest lady and she's like, yeah, my husband works for Disney and you would think I'd go all the time, but I don't like going because I don't enjoy myself because they make me make a reservation. And she goes, and I'm too old school for that. I don't want to be on my phone. She started naming all the things that we talk about on the show. I'm like, well, have you been watching that Park Place? Because we talk about that stuff all the time. She was so nice. Shout out to the lady from Denny's if she is watching. If you're there, I love you and I remember you, and our breakfast was delicious, by the way. But we are here for you, and we want you to know that we understand that there is no best time of the year anymore to go to Disney because of all the craziness, like reservations and making a all this stuff, right?
Can you answer this question?
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're truly beyond the reaches of the pandemic or the global crisis or whatever you wanted to call it, why are we still making park reservations?
Right, exactly. She's very upset about that.
There's not even a really good employment prediction reason for park reservations, honestly, because one of the things about Walt Disney World is there's no penalty for not keeping your park reservation, which means lots of people make park reservations that don't necessarily need them.
Pass holders are known for doing that. We might go these days, and then they make these reservations and they don't go.
Yeah, and as a pass holder, that's what I've had to do often is make reservations for days when I think I might go, and I certainly don't get there, and I certainly don't cancel the reservation. Most of the reservations I make day of, on the morning of, I want to go to Magic Kingdom today, 9:00. I make my reservation. Stupid. Anyway, yeah, it's well past the time for the reservation system to completely end, because they always had good algorithms before for how many people were going to come in on any given day, so that they could predict that and hire and schedule the right amount of cast members. They don't need reservations for that.
No, they
anymore.
don't. It's silly. It's nonsense.
You can suss out how many people are going to be there based on how many hotel reservations you have, how many restaurant reservations you have. There are patterns there that tell you exactly how many people will be there. You don't have to do it the way they do it. It's a pain in the butt. It's annoying for folks who just show up and want to go to Disney, and it's made it impossible to do so. But folks, don't go to Disney World. This is our recommendation. I mean, we don't want you to boycott or anything like that. We just want you to have the best time possible. We're very pro-consumer here. If you're going to Disney World, you're going to have a better time after May 26th. And by the way, there's a few other things that are opening later in the year as well, as like Rock and Roller Coaster. We think that'll be open probably in July. But also remember, if you go in late July or August, won't be as many people there, but it is hotter than the devil's armpit. So unless you want to be part of, unless you want to be part of Satan's sweat brigade, avoid Florida in those months. It's a little bit rough, A little bit rough. All right, folks, that's the story for Disney World in 2026. Wait a bit, and you might have a better time with your fam.
It was measuring attendance at Disney World on July 4th, which didn't really factor in temperature, which is about 100 degrees and 99% humidity on that day.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
All right, we've got a star out there. Eric says, I actually wanted to talk to MJ about things I've invented that might be of interest. I will email the rest.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and send me a message. I have some really good links, by the way, guys, for if you want to save and stay at a nice resort, you can click on my links and you'll save a bunch of money. It's really worth it. It's very nice if you care to do that kind of sort of thing. But you stay wherever your family and your budget fits your needs. So, but yeah.
MJ, could you put your links out in the chat so that Eric can get in touch with you? Because we want to make sure for that $100 super chat, we take care of that. And Eric, if there's anybody else you'd like for us to reach out to so that you can get a personalized message, we'll try to do the best. Now, if you come back and say, I want Dean Cain and I want Gina Carano and I want, easy, Eric, easy, okay? But now if you say, hey, that Ron Bradley guy, I've wanted to shake his hand. We will take a video of Ron's hand shaking up and down, Eric. We'll do it. No, not like Parkins. Quit that, Ron. That's weird. You let the man...
generous with Ron that day. Where were you heading, Ron? And you had to change your reservation like instantaneously to come find me at Hollywood. You were heading to a certain park, and then you found out I was at Hollywood.
I was either Epcot or Magic Kingdom, but I
and then they accommodated you really quick because you got there.
It was easy.
Yeah.
Like I said, reservations day of usually aren't an issue. That's why they don't need them, which is like the point. But I will say there is one thing that I am looking forward to at Walt Disney World this year that is going to be new or change or whatever, and that is Soarin' Over America.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to that.
Too.
March 26th.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everything's March 26th. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. The guy said it might be sooner than that. The cast member I spoke to, he said, keep your eyes open because they might just do a premiere or like a special early
previews.
Yeah, like in the beginning of May. So he said to keep checking the parks blog. So I said, all right, sounds good.
That's right. And one more time, we want to say a huge thank you to Eric for sending in that $100 super chat. Folks, we're going to get a bonus story. We typically end right now. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. Ron is being very kind to back up his show just a little bit so we could do one more story as a bonus for all of you. And I will say, too, we are close to 30K subscribers. When we hit that, we're going to be adding lots of new flashy, beautiful, blingy things here on the channel that you're going to like a lot. We also have 450 of the highest IQ individuals joining us right now. And I was checking, I was over here at YouTube, and I saw that we're a little bit under 300. And I thought, man, we've got a bunch. And I forgot, oh, yeah, we're hosting this on the Pro X account right now. So if you're watching via the Pro X account, if you're tuning in, just know that we're on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here at noon Eastern on that Park Place Live. Come join us and subscribe. We would love to have you. Again, though, Eric Stratton, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being so kind to us. You've made a Monday bright.
Well, it's Monday. We're back again.
It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party! It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party!
Is that like a personal attack or something?
And happy birthday to all the birthday people, Butter Biscuit and OG.
Birthdays.
I'm starting to kind of feel bad for the old Brie when we use her clips because
she's a new Brie now.
But she does seem to be changing in a way that maybe in the future a certain Rachel Zegler might take a lesson from. I don't know, but I don't know.
Like many other cheeses, we age over time.
There you go.
We all age differently. That is true.
I do love a good Brie. It's delicious.
Eric, we have the link if you'd like to go join MagicalyMJ. MJ right here on the screen on Instagram and send a message to her. The link is in the chat. Go ahead and click it and enjoy. Folks, what if we told you we know what desperation tastes like? You can find it at Disneyland.
Oh.
Culture, are you ready for a trip down the Bellevue of beverage?
You guys know it takes me a minute. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, MJ, butter me this.
I just can't wait for 3 days of you and me.
Desperation, thy name is Disneyland. Disneyland has finally given up on, do they have Lafuse Brew at Disneyland? I don't think they do, but they've given up. They're over it. They're like, you know what? We put out the blue milk, we put out the green milk, then we switched to the pink milk. You guys made fun of us. Fine, whatever. We'll just rip off Butterbeer. We'll just do it. All right, here it is, folks. And frankly, as a fellow butterscotch-loving beverage drinker, I got to say I'm a fan of this, even if it is Disney finally caving in. Out of People magazine, fans think Disneyland just released a Butterbeer dupe for a limited time. The Gaston Brew will be available for just 2 nights at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. If it's successful, we all know it ain't going away in 2 days. Now, it might be gone for a brief stay, but then it's coming back. Because if it is popular, Disney loves popular because popular equals money. Money, money, money. So here we go, folks. Here's what you're going to find in Butterbeer. It's not honey. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast new beverage. The Gaston Brew is a butterscotch drink topped with dulce de leche. Debuting for a limited time at Red Rose Tavern inside Disneyland. Why did they put dulce de leche on top of it? So it's not exactly the same, of course. According to some fans, the $7.79 brew has similar flavor notes to the Wizarding World's Butterbeer, which was first introduced in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The drink is available only during the park's 2 70 Years of Favorite nights on March 3rd and March 5th. They didn't brew this up. They didn't make this stuff just so they can do it for 2 days. I don't believe they'll get more of it out there. Harry Potter and the Beauty of the Beast fans alike will have something to bond over. And no, it's not just magic and spells. Fans are comparing the beloved Butterbeer from the Harry Potter franchise, which park-goers can get a real-life taste of inside Universal theme parks, has quite a bit in common with the beverage bearing the name of the ever-contentious Gaston. The OC Register's theme park reporter Brady McDonald pointed out the similarity, noting that Disneyland's Gaston Brew was a bit more carbonated than Universal's Butterbeer, but otherwise they tasted the same. All right, that took a lot of words and a lot of reading to get to. It's the exact same drink with more gas in it.
Oh.
Man, that took me a lot to finally get to. They carbonated Butterbeer a little bit more, and they put some dulce de leche on it and called it a day. Butterbeer, first introduced to Harry Potter fans. Well, folks, we don't have to read this, okay? Universal describes it as shortbread and butterscotch. It's not. It's just butterscotch soda with delicious, creamy goodness. That's what it is. If you like butterscotch, and all of you do, even if you don't know it, I don't believe any of you who say that you like caramel better than butterscotch, because if that was true, butterbeer would be caramel. But it's not. It's butterscotch. Caramel, of course, caramelized cane sugar. Butterscotch, caramelized brown sugar. That's the only difference. Butterscotch is butterbeer, and now Disney has said, hold our beer. We're making some of that stuff up too. Culture, the blue milk didn't work. The vegan, non-dairy green milk made from, coconuts and blah, blah, it didn't work. The pink milk is disgusting. I don't know if it's Pepto. I don't know if it's something else. Culture, they finally just said, what if we made the exact same stuff people are buying like crack at Universal Studios, and we put anything, I don't care what it is, dulce de leche, whatever, just put something on it so we can say it's different.
Look, I like the caramely, sugary sauce that as much as the next person.
You like butterscotch, Culture. Everybody likes butterscotch.
Well, dulce de leche is like the caramelized, slowly heated cream, and I think it tastes great. I think it's obviously kind of an added benefit to having their version of the drink. I'm gonna try to taste it for myself as soon as I can. But
I just said it's the same thing, Culture. It's literally butterbeer.
It sounds like they gassed it up though. I mean, you know.
Boy, now that doesn't sound like you just made that very unappetizing the way you said that.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was descriptive.
It is. You know, when you gas it up, though.
Trouble.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, Ron, they basically just stole butterbeer. It's the most popular beverage in theme parks, and they stole it. And I don't blame them, because it sells like crack. I mean, everybody buys it. Yeah.
That's because Universal stole it from Gaston first.
Wait a minute. Folks don't know out there that you played Gaston for Disney.
Yes, indeed. It's everybody forgets that line. Bill, it's about time you got rid of those books and paid attention to more important things like my beer.
Butterbeer.
When I was a boy, I drank 5 butterbeers every morning to help me get large.
I can't believe they have a flavored drink now trying to copy butterbeer. That's wild. But butterbeer is taking off. They got those waffles and the ice cream and the crab.
The ice cream is really good. And then I think you get isn't there like a latte with butterbeer?
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's everything. Everything. Chocolate, butterbeer, chocolate bar. They have it all.
Right. So if you're Disney, why fight it? Just say, all right. You all love the butterbeer. We'll make it. We'll call it something else. It's butterscotch soda with cream in it. Wait. We'll do it.
I figured it out. Pro. This is what's going to happen.
Oh.
The Mandalorian and Grogu movie. He's gonna Mandalorian Grogu movie. They're gonna stop by. They're gonna get some new creature is gonna produce a
headache, Ron.
Milk.
You know what's gonna happen? What's going to happen is they're going to debut blue butterbeer at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge because Grogu drank it.
That's disgusting.
They really, honestly, Disney's lack of creativity now extends to their food and beverage
Come on, Culture. He's going to suckle it from the teat of a hut, okay? And you can too.
Let's not do that at all, please.
Okay, fine. All right.
I'm just saying, I mean, look, I'm not surprised by this because I just watched Avatar, animation with beavers. So this is the creativity that Disney has right now.
Beavers love butterbeer. That's what you need to know. Everybody loves butterbeer.
You know what? If they reintroduced just the simple drink cream soda, there are so many people of various generations that wouldn't have any idea what that was.
That's vanilla. Vanilla's so last year. The year is butterscotch now, okay? You call it butterbeer because you can't call it butterscotch because for some reason scotch does not sound as hot as beer. So you call it butterbeer. But it's butterscotch.
Okay.
You know how nice Universal is too? They don't make you go into the park to get that item. You can literally get it without paying admission at City Walk in the store, the Universal store. You can get butterbeer right there. I think that's great that they did that.
Unfortunately, you can't get it at the Universal store at the airport because I went looking for it.
Oh, for the airport, no, but in City Walk they have it, and I thought that was nice.
So let's walk through the attempts, guys. Disney
This discussion reminds me of Willy Wonka. Butterscotch, butterbeer, butter rub. What are you running here? A candy factory or a distillery? And then Wonka says, candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
That's right. Such a great line. Hey, was so good.
Let's run through, though, some of the failed attempts. Disney has wanted a trending beverage forever. Okay? They tried LeFue's Brew, and it's okay. It's okay. It's got, what is that, peach mango foam on top? Is that what LeFue's Brew is? I think it is. Peach mango foam on top, and it's basically a little juicy. Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay that ever again.
Right, it's fine. They wanted blue milk and green milk and pink milk to do something, but they went full vegan on it. It's awful. Just awful. It tastes like melted Fruity Pebbles. That didn't work. They haven't had a trending beverage since Dole Whip. And you can get a Dole Whip in a way that you can drink it if you do Dole Whip float. So that's been, 30 years that they've been doing that? And they haven't had a trending drink since. And they gave up. They just said, let's steal it from Harry Potter, man. Let's call it whatever you want to, but we got to have that. And there you go. Ron, you got any drinks up there at Disney that people should know about that maybe we're just uncultured, uncouth, and we don't know where to go?
Yes, there is one that I particularly like. It actually is my favorite snack at the Magic Kingdom, surpassing my former favorite snack, which was the cheeseburger spring roll. Those just got way out of control as far as the expense, and they're not as good as they used to be. I don't know why. But the I Lava You shake, or I Lava You float, if you will. It is a swirl like strawberry Dole Whip and strawberry Fanta, and they put Pop Rocks over the top of it.
How cute.
And it's what, $7?
Is that themed to the Pixar short, the Lava You with the little volcanoes?
It is. Is that what that is? Yeah,
it is.
So it is. That to me is probably my favorite Magic Kingdom snack right now.
And where do we find this magical drink?
I bet it's in Adventureland.
Sunshine Tree Terrace, I believe.
Just by the Tiki Birds.
Not too long ago, I did not see that on their menu. Was that a limited time or
no? It should still be there.
All right, Ron. I'm going back soon, so I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, right across from the entrance to the treehouse was Family Robinson.
See, we gotta make a report on this. We gotta send Ron, MJ, and Marvin at the same time to go to the terrace and find this I Lava You shake.
Because I love that short so much. Has anyone seen it? Culture, have you seen that little short film? It's a Pixar short film. It's old, though. It's not like one of the newer ones. It so adorable.
Did that come out with Wally? Was that the one that came out with Wally?
Probably.
Wally.
Oh, you do it so well. Oh my God, I'm so happy right now.
Eva.
I got Wally and I got Roger Rabbit. I mean, I'm in heaven right now. Kermit down there.
Really? You never know.
Be here all day.
Hey, Culture.
Yes, sir.
I just want you to definitively state now that Disney has caved into Universal.
Yes.
Butterscotch is better than caramel.
Oh, no.
Where?
You didn't. Well, of all the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck.
I don't think that's fair. I tried the best I can.
All right, folks, trying the best he can is Ron from Follow the Bradley's Fun. You are going to go over to him as soon as this show is over, which will be in just a couple minutes. Ron, get over there and start up, man, and we'll be sending you this crowd. They're ready for you to tell them what's going down. There you go, folks. You can see it.
Where is it?
I Lava You.
Well, okay, all right.
Folks, and remember,
it's Fanta, strawberry Fanta. I don't like Fanta.
Remember, folks, if you are a lonely volcano somewhere, your future soulmate just might rise from the ocean as well.
Don't you want a Fanta? Don't you want a Fanta?
No, my kids love Fanta. I don't like Fanta. I don't.
No.
What? You guys say no? Culture says yes.
I'm a Fanta person. I'm a Fanta. Yes.
I grew up with Fanta. It was
it's a thing. It's a thing. I know.
Yeah,
but I don't
we went to family Mexican brunch or dinner at the Mexican place that we went to as a family.
Nice.
It'd be 20 something of us, and most of the bottles on the table would be Fanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, Ron's gonna go.
Mexican beverage like Chupintas or something like that?
Later, Ron. We'll send him your way, man.
Right. See you on the other side. Well.
All right,
Culture, what
folks.
is that Mexican beverage that they? Oh, Jarritos.
Jarritos.
Oh, you guys did it with the Jarritos.
Jarritos.
There you go. Article
It's
section
like
2 for $4.99.
Guatemala. Okay. So
Not a hoax. North American coasts are eroding, but due more to delayed continental tilt post ice age. Effects of climate today slower than hyped, but will come. Well, Article 2, we shall see. There's the age of AI ahead, so I put nothing on the table until I find out just what we might be doing in 50 years. Carbon capturing, who knows? First Dragon Queen for 2. I don't like either. Are you calling me a liar? Culture, did you call Dragon Queen a liar? Did you do that?
No.
Culture?
No.
It was Wilton.
It was probably
Wilton did it?
It wasn't me. Me and Shaggy have one thing to say.
You know, you beat me to it.
It wasn't me.
You called Dragon Queen a liar, liar. Now you're being called on the stream.
It wasn't me.
Longarua for 50 didgeridoos with the rumor that Star Fox is appearing in the Mario Galaxy movie. Universal and Nintendo may be planning to take the Zootopia crown from Disney. I don't know about Star Fox, but I do know the character that has not been announced that's going to be in the movie, and it's going to send the internet ablaze. Thank you, Longarua. And folks, we got to get on our way. And why? Because we're going to follow the Bradley's Fun, where you're going to find out all the news under the Central Florida sun. Texas 84 says, iRoll.gif. Yeah, that's an eye roll, all right. Sorry, Peggy. Shouldn't have been in that Hoppers movie. Chef Eddie for 2, Fanta was invented by a famous socialist Herman.
Oh.
Yeah. We don't talk about Fanta, no. Okay. We don't talk about Volkswagen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here. Go on over to Ron and have a good time. We'll see you real soon. Thank you for your generosity. You all make the magic happen. You make the dream to stream come true. You are the gigawatts. We can never say thank you enough. Pro show tonight at 9 p.m. Culture. What do you got coming out on your channel, buddy?
I don't know, but I just wanted to show off my salted caramel.
Ooh, that looks good.
These are hand wrapped from Nudson's.
Can you give that a twirl? Can you give it a 360 for us?
Sure.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Dragon Queen is calling my butterscotch. Butterscotch? No, butterscotch. Listen, hold on. Culture. You of all healthy people. You care about the micronutrients and everything. Butterscotch comes from brown sugar. Brown sugar is better for you than cane sugar and processed sugar. That's caramel.
I actually
join me on the butterscotch side.
I'm a big fan of molasses.
Oh.
And natural honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
So, look, I avoid sugars as often as I can.
Me too.
I have a weakness for this, and when I get a bag of it every Christmas, when I get a bag of those every Christmas, I save them for throughout the entire year or longer.
Do you know that I have multiple pounds of candy corn that were coming to you until you had your episode, and that canceled it?
Oh, thank you for canceling that. Oh, that would have been terrible for me.
Let me rephrase it. It delayed the delivery of the candy corns until we made sure you're okay.
Well, I will be visiting you soon enough in person. So
that's good. That's good because
I've got to head out that direction because I've got to see Mexican Iron Man.
That's good because there's a wheelbarrow waiting for you.
Plus, I have to look for land and get ready to buy it and then start building. So
all right. All across. He's the Ted Turner of YouTube now, folks. He's buying land everywhere. As far as the eye can see. Culture, casino, ranches, developments, villas.
And a ride just like the living with the land is going to be living with culture.
That's the plan. We're going for about 2 acres worth of greenhouses. Woo! But anyway, at least an acre. But I also need land available at surface level because I'm going to have a lot of livestock. So the entire goal is to just get back to a simple living and nice. And providing for friends and family. So beyond all of that, check out my channel and we will get the garden channel launched. It will happen this month. I got a whole earful from the boss that it's long past due.
Rebranding, by the way, to Simple Casino.
I'm pretty simple already. Yeah.
Simple Casino. Go check out MJ. She's on Instagram and X. And ladies and gentlemen, what's next? Follow the Bradley's Fun.
Purple potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Hey, what's up?
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture, casino. Let's go. Culture, casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture, casino. Casino. Culture. Culture Casino. Let's go, let's go. Culture.
It's the name, that glorious name. Sounds like America. I knew right then and there I had to have it.